Hi, I am Mark, your kind and generous dungeon master, and if you're sitting comfortably, we'll begin. Just before we started playing, Lee asked if we could have a bit of an update. I think that's probably long overdue. You have come once more to the shores of the Sea of Silt. Here, seeking now not the lost ruins of Eustanal and echoes of the Sorcerer King Dregoth, but some kind of answer to questions about House Shom and also matters regarding Tenpug's Temple and the gith that are swarming in the lands in this region. After Senex was returned to life in Yaramuk, you came back to Nibene and examined the options in front of you. House Shom itself is on the brink of civil war, with Giovo Shom nearing death. His children, Jabea and Timnaya, are at each other's throats, metaphorically only, for the time being, at any rate. Timnaya has gotten herself involved with Abalach Ray, the Grand Vizier of Ram, and has cleared off to the ruins of Caladnay, or somewhere in that region, specifically Fort Melidor, actually, where she is hiding out for those who wish her ill, which probably includes Zuxis, for what she did to Zuxis' guarded lands. Yeah. So Temnai, keeping herself busy, making things difficult for her brother, jockeying for position when the inevitable time comes that Giovo passes into the grey. Jabea is trying at least to reform House Shom into something that can survive the growing instability that is echoing all across the Tablelands. The situation in Ram, where the sorceress queen there pays fealty to a god, the death and then reappearance of the lion in Uruk, and subsequent instabilities there, the sudden loss of power that was suffered when the Zwoon and the Shadow King, when their minds clashed in Nibene. It's not a stable time in the Tablelands. So Jabea sees these continuing problems around him and on the horizon, and is trying to position Shom to be more resilient to face that, and facing assassination attempts from his own sister. He has asked our heroes via his relationships with them, one counter another, to look into shipments that his sister might be making out toward Cromlin, a Shom outpost that's still loyal to her. Also in this neighborhood is Tenpug's Temple, named for Tenpug, a one-armed ex-slave gladiator who's gathered together a tribe of former slaves who live out in, well, it's not quite a utopia, but at least some kind of independence and self-determination and a life away from the whips and chains and cruel overseers of the city-states. There has been a prophecy involving spirits that slumber beneath the temple who might need some kind of involvement of our heroes in a time of aid, and that time has apparently now been invoked by the wounded and breathless appearance of Torval, one of the Jozals who inhabit the temple alongside Temple and his slave band, saying that now those who live there have need of our heroes. So, heading in that direction then, the party faced off against a gith ambush, pretty well executed, but the fact that they, by incredible foresight, thought to bring 40 warriors of House Calvorix with them, the ambush was pretty well dealt with, and not to mention the psionic powers of Senex and the stealthy abilities of Siora and Darjay, and our druids, of course, unleashing the powers of the cosmos against the gith. Some of the gith fled, the others were slain. Some of the bodies, I think, are intending to be questioned now, and the road lies split ahead of you. Do you want to continue on to Cromlin, which would mean heading slightly off toward the south and the east, in order to investigate whatever shipments Temnaya Shom has been sending in that direction, or are you curving more north along the shores of the Sea of Silt in the direction of Tenpug's Temple? I think in this situation, the question is over to you guys.
I think before we do anything, I'm going to intensely watch Thicket when he turns back into a halfling to see what happens.
I guess I just explode because
it happens off camera. He just strolls back on looking fine.
Oh, okay. Got better.
Remind me what a bullet looks like. It's the huge.
It's like a 15-foot long land,
exactly,
or
land
20
shark.
feet. It's a land shark.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So, and this is the first time we've ever seen you do this as well.
Yes.
So I kind of imagine when you turn back, Tura just like looks at you and just takes a few steps backwards away from you, like.
I believe
I'll
I've
just be
seen
kind of like-
you transform because the opening scene last session.
That's right. Yeah, I did turn into a bird once.
Did you eat any gith then?
No.
We are
no,
not going to
'cause-
address where the gith you swallowed have gone. Just stop. I'm not going to be drawn on that. They've been going on to me about this like for all week long. Where's the gith gone? And what if it, and they're in his butt? And did they explode? It's like a
They're in
bubble
his
hole.
butt. They're in his butt.
I'm not going there.
Butt gift. Anyway.
Well, I would say, for Dajé, he wants to continue on to the temple, for sure. It seems to be a matter of time urgency.
I believe I'm extremely injured.
Are you?
I think so. Info. Yes, I'm on 12 hit points.
Oh. How did that happen? What did you do?
I got
stabbed a lot.
Okay.
no. I got let's see. He fired a kinetic blast at me, like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's the
and he
sign,
manipulated it.
yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's it.
So
So on the
our
map
way-
here, basically you've reached. It's more or less this point here where the old road would run actually toward the Red Tower, if you can see on the map. That's where the Gith ambush took place, more or less there, yeah? And Cromlin is marked. Tenpug's Temple isn't marked on this map, but it's at this headland here,
Yeah.
this one here. So you're more or less equidistant, like a day or so's travel.
Sorry,
So
could you
we-
mark again on the map where we had the fight?
Here.
Okay.
We'd have a day's rest in between getting there anyway, then.
On the road, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we will have had a night's rest?
Yes, you will. By the time you reach the temple and or Cromlin, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, unless you look, if you want to go this straight away, you can force march from where you are now to there.
No, because that way I
You're
get my
welcome
spells
to.
back and all my abilities.
Yeah. Okay.
We're on mounts, aren't we?
Yes, although we haven't gone into the exact logistics of this. You and your did you bring 40 or did you just you brought 40 with you, didn't you, Grandy?
Men at arms.
Yes, I did.
And half a dozen of them you took into battle last time.
Yeah, I took 6 of them with me. I do remember. Did you ever figure out how many crossbows we were able to loot? Because I did want to equip some of my men. It's okay if not.
No. I'm just looking at the stats of the Gith. It looks here to be 16 crossbows.
That's not bad.
That's a pretty good.
Okay, fantastic.
There.
Yeah, I'd like to arm that number of men with crossbows then, and see if I can get them basically as like scouts, so we're not being outranged by Gith.
Smart.
While we're on mounts, can I tether my mount to someone else?
Sorry, I got distracted in the middle of answering that question. I'm sorry Lee, to interrupt you.
No, that's
You guys, yes, are in a fairly hefty little caravan involving 40 troops walking, but you guys are on kanks, and you have a couple of pack kanks as well. And I seem to recall there was talk of an Inix or two for supplies for the troops. So it's a well guarded group. You're unlikely to be set upon, but stealth is.
And we've got supplies for wooden fortifications and stuff, haven't we?
Yes, that's right. Yes, you did. You brought things along to make catapults and barricades and whatnot with you.
My question is can I tether my mount or have someone lead it while we're going, and I go into meditation with focus and emphasis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to manifest it, which I do. And I think I gain 1 hit point per 10 minutes. Let me just double check.
I can also heal you. I mean, before we rest, I have tons of healing spells.
Let me just quickly check how long this would take, because it might save you from wasting a spell on me.
Well, I mean, if we're resting the night, I can heal everybody.
Yeah, if you're worried about hit points at this level, you guys are 10th level characters. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you're all fine now. It's morning.
Yeah. I mean, I can literally cast heal on you.
Just pretend you're playing 5th edition, Lee. You'll be fine in the morning.
Oh, I don't ever want to pretend that.
Don't be rude. We like 5th edition here. We like that. We like all editions here.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm fully healed
Wow.
then, yeah?
Just while we're talking about mounts as well, I want to make it clear that Jay does not need one. He has his own feet. And so he'll sort of trot along, kind of mid-range, possibly with Scathus's new scouting party.
Cool. Yes.
Sick.
Okay. To answer Bling's question about the bolts there, each one they will start out with 20, and I counted at least half a dozen volleys. So let's say a dozen. Each one comes with a dozen bolts.
I prepare
Fantastic.
all my bolts. I exchanged some of my wooden bolts with the steel bolts that we found. And I have 40 steel bolts with me, and I will use my stone of sharpening spell to.
Nice.
So
you're gonna pick, yeah.
They get extra damage. Not extra to hit, but extra damage. All the bolts.
Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, Tempug's Temple it is then. And this picture, well, as you may recall, set into the dunes a short distance away from the shores of the Sea of Silt. An ancient temple, giant lion-headed figures flank its old doors. A small oasis nearby, and the little tents and campfires all around the settlement of Tempug and his slave tribe.
Was it once a part of Urik's territory? That's why the lion heads, or is that just
The only
coincidence?
place that you've seen this in actual architecture is Gustenau.
Oh,
Yeah, in Urik, he does it. You will see things there to embody the Sorcerer King himself, but that's all since he came to power.
right.
In the architecture of the ancient days, no, that's something peculiar to the Gustenau region, and probably something to do with the figure whom you heard referred to as Taraskir in your time below the city by the Silt Sea.
Sweet.
Your presence is heralded, your arrival, should I say, is heralded by some of Tempug's outer scouts who recognize you, but not leastly because I think you probably also have Torval with you, and him and you, Darja, likewise, together likely scampering ahead over the dunes down toward the temple to announce your group's arrival. That and the small dust cloud that accompanies you and your tramping troops and the Inixes and Kanks over the sandy wastes out toward the silt will have meant that people are long appraised of your arrival. And it's Haltet Fenn's booming voice that makes this perfectly clear. There they are! Look, I told you we could see them because of the dust cloud. That means it's traveling with several. Well, you can count them there for yourselves. Let's get Haltet's picture back, shall we?
This one is very observant, as always.
Captain Obvious.
That's Captain Fenn to you!
I really wanted to be like, you can count them yourselves. 1, 3, 7.
11 to 12.
Nievin.
Yeah.
Guys, Nievin.
Nievin.
Yeah. Haltet strides forward. You can see Tempug has emerged from the temple with a couple of his advisors, relaxing a little bit when they realize who it is who is at the head of the large body of troops who's come marching toward the temple. I told you not to worry. Fen says, strides over, and before you can prevent him, Scathis has you gripped in one of his signature hugs.
Hold tight, Fen.
It sets you down.
I nudged RJ. It's almost cute.
It is good to see you.
Steel. A steel weapon on each hip. Well, look at you. I have a surprise for you. He turns and,
Surprise.
leaning casually against one of the palms, is a Razzo.
Didn't I think for some reason I thought Arazo might not have survived? Is that
Yeah, you haven't heard from him in several months.
Arazo?
Surprise! And
You
I actually found the art I was using for Arazo, but because he was only a counter, this is counter art blown up to full size. So in real life, he's probably a lot more high res than that. He strides over.
Oh, nice.
You can see him half willing, half unwilling, and then he doesn't hold back any longer and grabs you into a hug. Yes.
And this time I'm in Fenn's position. I squeeze him.
Yes. Until now, at least. About 6 weeks ago, we made it here. Been on the road, on the run ever since. Templars hunting us. Can't believe I got here after the half-giant.
As you can see, I have sworn myself to House Calvorix.
Yes.
Otherwise, I would probably join you here.
But you are here after all, eh? And you've brought some men with you. Good timing, I heard there was some business with the gith in the desert.
Scanthus's expression sort of sours at that. Well-equipped gith.
Yes. Yes, Tenpug will be wanting to hear about it. Why don't you go and talk to him, and I will come up with some suitably exaggerated story of how we escaped Nibene.
I expect there to be giants.
Oh, very well.
He lets him craft his story while he goes to talk to...
Okay.
So, yeah.
So Fen walks with you, and it's only as Fen moves that you see his immense half-giant's bulk has been obscuring someone else standing against one of the other palms next to Arazo, and who exactly it is he means when he says we. It's Liaza.
Bitch.
Yes, such a fancy hat.
I thought I saw her. No, she left, right? She just dipped.
Yeah, she came to visit you in your rooms right after the zombie plague thing, and then abandoned her position as a shadow wife. And
This is really awkward. She's on my list. Daddy just doesn't make eye contact with her.
wow.
That headband.
I don't
is very
see
80s.
her. I don't have to kill her.
Daddy does not see anything. Where is the Tempug?
She just makes eye contact, gives a sort of nod, almost bow, but half done. And then we'll just walk past her and look for Tempug.
You can see when you make eye contact with her, you can almost see her expression brighten. But then when it becomes just a bare acknowledgement and you walk past it, yeah, you visibly see her shoulders like, oh. Tenpug is waiting by the temple itself.
Remind me again who this woman is?
She was a Templar wife to the Shadow King. She was initially one of Siura's clients.
I was kind of using her to get information, and then it turned out that she was using me. And then
Oh,
she
yeah,
basically
yeah.
went, bye, and I was like, so yeah.
That was a whole range of
She,
expressions there.
yeah, I was like, and then she was like, and I was like, That's how I
Wow.
tell stories.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, no, I forget exactly how it left off, but I remember her basically saying goodbye and it being like, and I can't remember if this is just how Siora took it, but it being a little bit insulting. Like, I forget
So yeah,
exactly.
Siura's they've been sort of client courtesan, and then the lines had gotten blurred a bit, and then when she left, she had been like, well, you're just a kind of created thing. You're not really a person. You need to actually be a proper person, and you should come with me. And Siura was like, yeah, no. And she goes, well, okay, right, awkward, bye, and left.
Wow, she had feelings for you.
Well,
It's
Siora
so-
kind of had a little bit for her, and then she was like, "You're just a thing," and I was
Yeah,
using
seriously.
you. And
That's
Siora was
mean.
like,
That's
"Wait,
just
that's
mean.
that's my job is to use you." What do you
What do you
mean?
mean you're using me? I'm using you right now.
Zuxis watches this whole interaction with amusement and flicks her tongue in the air to kind of pick up on the hormones, which are really hanging around to
Oh, it's
truly
rich.
tell what's going
Yes,
on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can see Tanpug watching back and forth, grunts to himself. Come on in. Glad to see you made it. We've had a supply caravan was attacked the other week, and our Kank herder our Erdlu herder has gone missing. Taking a whole flock of Erdlus with him too. We hope the damn gith haven't got him. They're just keeping him safe somewhere, but you can say. This as he leads you into the cool interior of the temple, hung with its tents and awnings. Its temple at the back, its shrine to the lost, forgotten spirits and gods that still, according to the Jazal, who scamper along the rafters and between the ruins alongside you, according to them, who still watch over the place.
Is there a source of water nearby?
There is an oasis, yeah. You can see on that other picture in the distance.
Yeah.
Sort of, this is a very small oasis. Zampak sits you down himself. He's attended by, you recall her as a halfling, a water cleric called Sala. Haltit sits as well.
I'll nod to the halfling.
She barely looks at you, whistles a slight greeting in the forest tongue, and then goes back to almost insensate contemplation. Very, very withdrawn. Mm-hmm. You know this to be a sign of someone among your people who has suffered intensely. Intensely. What did you see? Tempog asks. How bad is it?
Daje would say it is not good. The gith we have encountered on the road, they are organized.
They're being funded by someone in Nibene.
In the city?
I recognized the mark on one of their crossbows. They are well made. With metal. I don't know the mark, but I know I have seen it in Nibene.
That is concerning.
Just to ask, did we see any evidence of that person that he spoke of that has gone missing? The Erdlu farmer?
No, you didn't know. None at all.
Okay. They seem more strategic than they should be, also. They might be being guided in one way or another.
Yes, that's what we've experienced. Have you been able to capture any, question any?
We have some dead ones, right?
There was an indeterminate number of dead gith whom you were or were not going to question.
Darjay points to like the back of the caravan where there's like
one of the kanks has
rotting,
got.
stinking kank.
Yeah, okay.
This one may have his pick.
I see. That sends shivers down my spine. One-armed Mall actually colour drains from his face at the thought of questioning the dead. But if it gets us answers, I can give you
I can do it.
We will take care of it.
clear out one of these side rooms for it. I don't want people to see what happens.
Acceptable.
How are your supplies here? How is the water supply here?
As long as nothing cuts us off for that half mile from here to the oasis, water's good.
So
Food is, we have some stores, and we're supposed to have had more coming in, but it's limited. I would expect...
the oasis, is that an aquifer?
He looks down at the halfling. It is old. Little water comes slow. Flow from deep. Nothing more.
Nothing big.
And she huddles back.
Can I assess what is ailing her? You said she suffered, but what
Trauma? Slavery? Your people do not respond well to that kind of experience.
No.
Many would rather take their own lives.
I walk over to her. And
She
I
looks up
lay a
at you.
hand on her shoulder. And look at her, try to make eye contact.
She pats your hand, but you can see she deliberately turns away. It's a very strong gesture for you.
I grab my beads around my neck and I cast heal on her.
The flames of the fire burn blue and then pure white as the energies of the cosmos flood through Thicket and into Salah.
Be at peace, Forest Sister.
Into the silence that follows comes weeping. It's the only emotion that she has, the only response she has to express anything she's able to feel. Holtet bends down, picks her up in his arms. You can hear him rumbling, you don't even make out the words, just this low, basso, soothing tone. Picks her up and takes her to a tent. He understands enough of the halfling way to know that she would not want to share this much grief with those around her. He looks back over his shoulder towards you, Thicket. Gives you a low and slow, respectful nod. Thank you, Tenbuck says. That's an unexpected gift.
Cannot stand to see my people suffer.
You're from Lost Home as well? No. Yeah. Suffering is in your bones, forest friend.
Tell me, are there many injured here? Any?
Only those are as less deft with hammers as they should be. We've not faced the gith in open battle yet. My people are divided as to whether we should. Some think we should stay, fight, others that we should flee, others that we should try and buy them off.
Well,
I don't even know
out that live here. This is their home. Dajé would want us to do the best. Where else are they going to go?
There's nowhere else. We got our backs to the silt.
How far is this oasis?
Half a mile.
Is the road safe from here to there?
I'll go back to the picture so you can actually your questions will be answered. You'll be able to actually see it.
It's right there.
It really is. It's just right there. It's just literally right there.
You can see it.
Where did I put that fucking thing? No, it's not there. It's there. No, of course I didn't do it alphabetically. It's stupid. Okay, there.
I see.
Okay.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
No, look, it's literally, it's right there.
Turn around.
Half a mile.
But you say
mean like half a meter.
That's
Half a mile. That's like nothing. It's
That's
right
not
there.
half a mile. That's like
It is.
200 yards.
Okay. Okay.
Can I take a walk
All
down
right.
towards it?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Zuxis approaches the water cleric. Is there any way you can?
The water cleric's been taken off to her tent by Holtat because she's currently undergoing post-traumatic release from extreme post-traumatic stress disorder brought about by the sudden application of a heal spell, and you might not find her a meaningful conversationalist right now.
Can I assess?
I'll role play that if you want to, but I'm just saying.
No, clear. Yeah. Can as a druid, can I assess whether the water content is sufficient for the place to actually support more vegetation?
Not really. Here's what you think. The water, with the water they've got on hand, so like stored, right, and the food supplies that they have on hand, you think there's enough. There's about 300 odd people living at the oasis here, 300 more, of about which you can maybe get 100 odd of our fighting ability. Right, about a third, so maybe half the adults, maybe, right? If you include you guys, right, there's 50 of you. If you include you into the equation, there's probably enough food and water here for a week to 10 days.
No more, right?
No more. The oasis itself, you're not going to run it dry, but you're going to severely deplete it if all you're doing is once the supplies run out.
No, I get that. I was wondering maybe Thicket can better access this with your access to the water sphere. Whether we can coax the flow of the aquifer.
I have a spell called Raise Water. I don't know if that'll work.
Well, we have to do it in a way that it is sustainable, that we don't destroy it, right?
No, I know.
But I suspect it's mostly being blocked to come towards the surface if it comes from a lower source. But if it does, we can actually expand on the oasis. Also give it more vegetation, rejuvenate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my next question. Is there like any sort of fruit trees or bushes or anything?
There are
Presumably
some
date palms or something.
Yeah, there'll be date palms. There'll be yipper trees. You're not going to get a faro tree out here or something like that. But
No, but like
there
the
is vegetation
fruit
at the
trees
oasis.
and stuff. Can I take some cuttings of those?
To do what with your nurturing seeds thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
So
What does that do, nurturing seeds?
I can basically plant more of them and then they end up lasting. Like spell renders 10 cuttings or seeds dormant for transport, and then they are taken to an area where like I can basically replant them.
Okay, so if you do that, I can grow them.
Yeah, so even if it lacks
Within a
moisture where they are, I can make them last there. But obviously they'll then just take natural. So if there's no moisture, then eventually they'll end up
Well,
dying.
that's actually my question is whether you can expand on it and make it a more fertile.
Yeah, but I've also got nurturing seeds as well as gardener's touch.
Yeah.
So I can improve the fertility.
Okay, then the basic, the most important clue here is whether we can actually expand the water source.
Tempog looks over your shoulders, and you can see that Arazo is leaning against the doorway of the back alcove where you've been talking. Told you, Arazo says. As soon as they turn up, you'll find your solutions. Tempog nods. This is beyond anything I'd imagine possible. He looks over toward the water cleric's tent. Salah can make water, but what you have described is beyond her abilities. It is the stuff of legend.
Well, it really all depends on Thicket, whether we can actually expand on this, because it will depend on expanding the flow of water to the surface in a sustainable way.
Can I go to the oasis? Because right now I feel like I'm just talking about something I can't see. So I
It's
don't
right there
know
in the picture, man. Just look, it's right
No,
there.
I know. I will walk over there. That's what I'm
Tom
trying to tell
Baxter
you.
didn't draw those little lines for nothing for you. Just carry on. Is it raised water as the reverse of lower water, or is it?
It is, yes.
Is it its own thing? It's okay.
It's a reversible spell, so yes.
You could actually get the help of a water element to make this.
I was actually thinking the same thing. If there's some kind of underground stream that perhaps the water elemental can widen it, or
I can maybe help you with that. With the earth elemental, they can work in conjunction.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an idea?
Well, let's see what the problem is first. Because if it's not something that's being blocked,
This
but
is really
it's just
interesting. This is very interesting. I love it. Carry on.
Yes.
And maybe we could commune with the spirit of the land here.
Mm-hmm.
Commune with nature. That would be.
Commune with nature, yeah.
I can also help with monarchy rearrangement and stuff.
Okay, well let's start with commune with nature. So that's a 5th level spell.
Yeah.
Become one with nature in the area. You gain 1 fact per level. Outdoors, the radius of the spell is half a mile per level. Underground, the radius is 10 yards per level. Well, we're above ground. So basically, I want to understand the nature of the problem.
Yeah.
What is causing... I mean, obviously, the water shortage is a thing on Athos, so obviously that's a thing. But, like, is there something blocking the water flowing towards the oasis?
No. What you're looking at is basically, this is cast limestone, a landscape with highly porous rock, sedimentary rock that's being compressed over into firmer forms, right? This was a shoreline at one point, and these were sands and sediments. Now they are quite porous and have managed to retain, indeed, aquifers trapped deep within these low horizontal layers all through it. But there's hardly any left.
If I were to...
And that's all it is. You can see that there's a staggering amount down there, enough to sustain this oasis for years, king's ages, you think. But it's spread out so thinly and so tenuously that it's relying upon the normal capillary action through this rock to draw it up into the parts of the actual oasis itself, that it can be accessed from the surface, to bubble up as a spring, as it were. So it's just a very slow, a meager process, because you're dealing with very slow, meager amounts of fluid.
So would the raise water spell work in this situation, where it would raise the level of the water?
Yeah, a raise water. Then what that would do and I've just looked up the spell. You can affect a fair amount of it, and you can certainly do it with 2 or 3 castings. That will draw a large amount of that water from the outer lying areas of the aquifer, so to say, concentrate it more, pull it up closer toward the surface. So,
but what would stop it from draining away again?
Yeah, it would. Sure, it would, because that same action is going to continue to draw it toward the surface anyway. So what you're going to have, though, is you'll kind of supercharge the oasis, and it will produce more water, but for not as much time.
Oh, I see. So you're shortening the lifespan of the oasis. And what if you added water to it?
Well, then that's just create water spells.
Right, but would that work? Or would that just drain away like the rest?
No, it would, but it would. But you're talking a massive scale there.
Yeah.
But yes, it would. Yeah. It is doable. It is. But you're talking about, I'm going to dedicate my downtime to this.
Yeah. This is that it's not my dedicated land, so.
Right.
I'm just trying to think if there's something I can do with the spells I have.
There is a way to do it, but it is then, I think you need some earth magic to actually create a well, to go deeper down, so that actually then, not just the capillary action, but then also...
this all seems to me to be sidestepping the main problem, Tenpak says, which is the gith. We wouldn't have the supply problem if we weren't being perpetually cut off by increasing numbers of gith.
Are they cutting off your water supply?
No. We've got enough water to survive, though.
For a couple of weeks, yeah.
It's the food that's the problem.
Yeah, but the food, if we have the water, I can address the food.
But you're going to stay here.
We're going to grow trees.
So that's it? We stopped trading? We're just cut off from the outside world, and we hope the gith don't turn their attention this way?
No, we're going to deal with the gith as well.
But
we're just trying to see if there's a way we can help your oasis be more productive.
Exactly, improve on the survivability. You need to be able to last a siege or being cut off from Cromlin.
If I did a plant growth spell, would that increase the size of the oasis, and would that sustain? Would those trees survive, or would that just be like...
You need a rejuvenate spell. I have the spell. You need a rejuvenate spell, and on top of that, you need the seeds that Senex can provide, and then we can grow them in an instant on the rejuvenated ground, and we can expand on the oasis that way. And we make sure that the trees that we grow are fruit-bearing trees, and that also improves then on the food.
But that rejuvenate only reverses damage done. No. I'm talking about adding.
No, it doesn't.
That's from what I understand.
No, remember. It fertilizes ground, and it can additionally also make the damage from defiling go away.
Yeah,
but
I thought that's what. Okay, so it does both. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we need to expand on the oasis, but that only is sustainable if we make sure that there's enough water to actually keep that going.
Yeah. Well, there does seem to be enough water. And I can raise the water temporarily.
I think it's certainly viable for you to use raise water, rejuvenation, and plant growth to physically expand the oasis, the actual physical growth of the plants.
Absolutely. And would that be temporary, or would that be a permanent change?
That would be a permanent change, because the plant growth is permanent.
Yes, but you said it would reduce the lifespan of the oasis because you're
Yes.
raising the water would.
Yes, you've drawn water up that normally wouldn't have been accessed until a couple of years down the line.
How much would that reduce the lifespan of the oasis?
You're talking on such large amounts that it's difficult for you to tell. But you think
would the commune with nature spell give me some indication?
So you think at the moment there's probably enough there for this oasis to sustain for another 10 to 20 years.
Right.
Right. If you raise the water up, you'll halve that. So 10 years max.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, you would have to make a more permanent solution.
Dajé thinks in this case the permanent solution is that the gith go away. And they do not have to be reliant on one oasis.
We
do
don't
I have
know
materials?
Sorry, carry on. No, Sam,
do I have materials to help fortify their oasis?
Yeah, you do. I don't know if you have a campaign guide handy, but I will just bounce to the section on this for you. Where are we? War machines. So you have enough to make some catapults and ballistas if you want. When it comes to defensive emplacements, where are we here?
That's more what I was thinking. Defensive for now.
Yeah. So we're looking at things like, you can make gallery sheds to long coverings to cover defensive emplacements. Palisades, mantles, which are like portable palisades, build ramparts, set up stake emplacements.
Yeah.
You could, you don't need a siege tower, but you could even build a siege tower if you wanted to build a siege tower.
If I discuss that with Tenpug, can I get his opinion on what he would possibly like to see to defend against the gith?
You mean here at the temple itself?
If you want to fortify it.
We'd need to find some way to create a kill zone in front of the main doors, because that's going to be a point of last retreat, I think. There is there's a tower out by one of the dunes. You could set up an advance point there, build some defensive positions, some palisades. But I think I think the main thing for me would be to fortify the building itself.
So, let's see. Yeah, I mean, sorry, just looking at, and how would you like to fortify it? Digging pits around it?
It'd be difficult to sustain that in this sand. I think a good idea would be to put some palisades, and we can have defensive positions outside the walls of the temple.
I have some of their crossbows.
That would be good. That would be very good.
We saw those gith making big jumps. You should take into account that they can do that.
True.
So if we put a palisade, it needs to be high enough, or that they don't see that if they jump over it, that they actually fall into something really unpleasant. That could also be funny.
Yes, we could set stakes.
Dig out behind the palisades, stake it.
Yes.
Our people know what's behind there, the gith don't.
No. And kind of like lure them over to come actually jump over the palisades and then jump to their own demise.
Tenbug, do you have something to hold water?
What do you mean?
Clay pots, large clay pots.
Yeah, plenty, yes. Why?
I can create water for you and your people. So you have a store.
Now you've helped our cleric, Liaza says, joining you in the alcove. She'll be able to help you with that as well. She looks over at Tenpug. She's sleeping. And then back at you, Thicket. Haltet's with her. Thank you for what you did.
There's no need to thank me.
Listen, I wanted to ask, how many are we facing out there? She says.
We faced several dozen in the desert. I'm assuming that wasn't their full force.
See a camp?
No, they came out of the desert.
You didn't send scouts after them? Yes, Tenpug leans forward his one good arm. They've literally just come out of the desert.
We have brought the people who can tell us exactly what we need to know.
We have corpses that we can question.
We brought the leaders with us. They will be able to tell us location, numbers, tactics, plans, all these things. Leaders, also maybe something interesting. Because they fought organized. They're very well equipped. They're led not like a ragtag tribal tumble like we're used to with Gith.
They had psionicists and defilers.
Yeah.
He stands. I'm going to leave you to it. As I said this, I don't like it. Let me know what you find out.
Mm-hmm.
He shudders involuntarily and hurries out of the little alcove, pulling the awning down, and it hangs slightly.
Speaking of dead bodies, perhaps we should do that now, so that we can find out what we want to know and then come up with a plan.
I think that's what he implies, Razzo says. It spooks him. Quaint, don't you think? It's not quaint if you've done it, Liaza says.
The dead are...
Look, the dead are just as much part of us as the living are. It is part of a cycle.
It's all the circle of life.
Exactly.
So you're going to drag out some. You can drag out some of the gith to question.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we keep random gith, or did we specifically pick out the leaders?
Yeah, exactly.
The psionicist and the defiler guy.
Yeah, and the hero guys.
Okay. Well, think of a
whole bunch of
questions to come up with there.
I need to double check a little thing.
Yeah. So Jay, Torval comes and finds you, poking his head through the awning into the alcove where Tempai's got you set up. I have told the others of what has happened. They're in the not just one head toward the far wall, in the nest.
Are they all okay? I'm fine. Don't spend time worrying about me.
The only problem I think we might encounter is that the speak with dead spell, it requires us to know the language of the person we're speaking to. So unless these gith spoke in the common tongue, I do not know if we'll be able to converse with them.
Do you not have a spell that lets you speak other languages?
Let me consult my.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think you may have a point. Hold on. Where is it?
The 4th level spell type.
Excuse me.
Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay. So I guess I'll have to cast tons
Tons,
first,
and then
before I cast it, I want to know. I can. I think it's one question per level, I believe.
anyway, Torval says, excuse me, I have to cough. I'm going to mute my mic for a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Him. Anyway, Torval says, we had spoken of the spirits below and of their will and their intentions regarding the temple.
They want to protect it, right?
Yes. We asked if they might not extend their protection more manifestly. And they said they are protecting the temple. I can see this is quite exciting to you. And you're making loud barking noises, but you've concealed that from my ears quite thoughtfully. It's very,
I'm
very
so
kind.
sorry, I do apologize. I believe it is that soon their dinner time.
Yes, that is true.
Please.
Their
Puts the
answer
lotion
was,
in the basket.
their,
Sorry.
their answer was deeply concerning.
What did they say?
They said the walls of this place are strong and the gith will never reach the treasures they guard. And we said that yes, but Tenpug and his people live outside those hidden areas. And they said yes, they will die.
Charming.
How can they be so sure of that?
I do not know. They will speak no more on it. I do not know how much of this you wish to share with your companions, but I thought you should know.
I appreciate that.
This
I think it's
spirits-
best if we're all
they-
on the same page here.
Yes. They seem to care for us. They allow us to come and go in the tunnels. We thought they felt the same about Tenpug and his people. They do not seem to care.
Interesting. Then maybe their fate can still be changed.
I do not know.
Thank you,
Anyway.
Torval.
My pleasure, Darjay.
You make sure the rest of the nest is safe.
Torval slips back and, well, you do a quick tour around. The other Josals are settling themselves down for the evening, nestling amidst ancient finery and weaponry and treasure and belongings and all manner of goods that might, yes, of course, shines in the eyes of any who gazed upon it, not without the spirit's consent. Beyond that, the Josal are fine. The question remains, Liaza says, we need to know more about them.
With
So
each casting,
what can your spells tell us?
I can cast the spell. I can ask 4 questions of the dead per casting. They will try to be evasive, but we must be firm. Perhaps you want to think on what you want to ask them.
I'm
Who is your
presuming
leader?
I'm presuming you want to ask him something because you're the only one who will be able to speak to them.
Of course, but I wish to have your input.
Hmm.
Perhaps you have suggestions or questions that are burning on your minds that you wish to ask.
We need to know if they have a base camp, Liasa says, butting in again.
Yeah, where are they based? Is it the only base? How many are they?
How are they resupplying?
How
Hold
are
on,
they
hold on.
responding?
I'm writing this down. Hold on.
Write faster.
We would have a scribe for
Okay.
this.
Yes. Yes. What was the second question?
How are they resupplying?
Yeah, how many bases do they have? And who has told their army to be so organized?
Do we? I guess we need to have a second casting then at some point because there's probably more questions.
I can also cast him.
Okay.
So
We need to know who their leader is.
Well, I think they will follow out of the answers of these questions.
Yeah, each of you are
Yeah.
not going to get more than one casting a week anyway, so.
On any one individual,
Yeah.
presumably.
Yeah,
But there's
yeah.
multiple individuals, so presumably we could do it on others.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to cast the tongue spell first.
Okay.
Are you doing that first, or are you going to do that next? Your speak with the dead spell costs you 1 turn to cast, and the duration of your tongue spell is 1 turn. So I suggest that you cast the the tongue spell afterwards, or alternatively, I cast the tongue spell on you at the moment you're just about to finish.
I can only question the dead for 3 rounds.
Yeah. So I cast the tongue spell as you're about to finish your.
So you cast it on me, is what you're
Yes,
saying?
I think that's
Got
probably the
it.
best.
Yes. Otherwise the timings won't work out.
Exactly.
Okay. That works. I will cast presumably who I think looks like the most important.
Yeah, you. As I recall, you took a war leader, a champion, and the defiler. So.
Well, let's start with the war leader, I guess.
Okay. Let me just quickly check the conditions of the saving throw for you. I'm going to.
They are more impressive than the champions, right? The champions are just big fighter types, right?
Yes.
Or, yeah.
Who had psionic abilities, as far as I remember.
They have psionic abilities, but lots of gith do.
Yeah. Hopefully
Which
they
are
don't
different
have psionic
alignment
abilities.
or higher level, so they do get a saving throw. This is a different alignment, but they're like 3 hit dice, so this is going to be not much of a save. Here we go. Okay, this is for the champion, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a war leader you said first,
The
wasn't it?
war leader.
you said war leader
the
first?
war leader, yes.
Okay, well,
war
the
leader.
roll, whatever the roll is an 11. Ooh, okay. He's 7 hit dice. That's probably a fail. I'm going to check for you real quick. A 7th level warrior will fail a saving throw on a 12, so he fails it by 1 point.
Oof.
Nice. Okay. Greyish ectoplasm pours forth from his reptilian features, forming a death mask over his face. Cause.
I am Thicket.
Ask.
Tell me, where is your base camp?
By the White Rock.
How are you being resupplied?
From the nest.
How many bases do you have?
several.
Who taught you military tactics that you were using in the battle?
Zigath.
We already know that one.
Yes, you do. That was a wasted question, I'm afraid.
Already know that one?
Yeah.
We've asked that before.
Okay.
All right. I let him subside into his noggin. Stop that.
Zigath?
Zigath.
Zigath.
When did we ask that?
The last time you did this to a gith?
Yeah.
That was on the other side of the Black Spine Mountains. So this is the
Yes.
same guy who was doing that. Now we
Yes.
know that. It was not a useless question.
Well, they're pretty organised, the same as the last lot.
Yeah, but they're completely on the other side of the Black Spine Mountains. That's when we were going towards Justenal, wasn't it?
Yes.
Exactly. This is on the other side of the Black Spine Mountains.
so
they're one group and they're organized as one group.
We've established that the size of the territory they're covering. That's
That is
pretty
very
significant.
useful. I take it back. I'm very sorry.
Did we ask
Yes.
what race Seagath was before?
No, we haven't.
No.
But we have multiple castings.
You did
so
ask
we
who
did.
taught Zigath.
Yeah.
You actually took it one level beyond that, and the answer was the one who knows. A gith word that just meant the one who knows.
Well, that's just
Probably in a gith it sounded like fnurkenpak, but it's
Fnurkenpak.
spellable.
Oh, yes. But in the syntax of the gith.
It's,
So
Exactly.
the White Rock, yeah.
yeah. Okay. So Liaza nods. Yeah, I know where that is.
No, you do. Okay.
Yes, it's
I was already thinking, how do we find out where that is?
it's about 2 or 3 days from here. It's a landmark on the way to Cromlin.
And from the nest is a nice vague way of saying fuck off.
Yeah. Also, how many do you have? Several, really.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't know.
You probably can't count. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One,
One many.
more,
Yeah.
one,
I thought they,
one.
I thought they lived underground. Liaza says. Maybe a nest is underground, like in the mountains.
Could
It
well be.
absolutely is.
It absolutely is.
Dajé would
It-
say.
Yeah, they
He's a
don't-
gith.
Yeah. They would have to use some kind of cavern system because, I mean, you don't encounter large camps sitting in the desert, do you?
So our plan is, we set up a defense for this place, and we leave for the White Rock, and try and see what we can do over there. Is that the idea?
I think you should scout the place out, Erazo says.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't come up with any concrete plans about what to do, but there could be thousands of them there. You know, just get yourselves killed.
Perhaps I can.
You can go in and kill a couple of hundred, but then what?
Well, we can go in and kill the leaders. I think that will be already very effective.
Hmm.
You know, if you have a big creature, you cut off its head. The rest stops flailing.
But you have to know where the head is.
Well, that's the thing. That's the scouting thing that.
Yeah. But I mean, if there are multiple heads, you know, if there are multiple leaders with a leader above that,
Fair enough.
and you only find one of the middle management, shall we say?
No, we need to
Then
figure
you've got
things
a
out.
So the
problem.
speculation will take us nowhere. Take it, Liasa says. Yeah, Zuxis is quite right. We need to find. We need action with intelligence. There's no point wasting our time thinking about ifs and ands or whats and maybes until then.
Is there a bird in this area that is more, sort of less conspicuous than any other?
Kestrel.
Kestrel, a dust
Yeah.
gull, right here. A dust gull would be completely inconspicuous. Kestrel might have better vision, but a desert hawk, sand hawk, nothing like that would arouse us.
Can it carry anyone?
Okay.
No, these are little.
Oh, okay.
Very small coconuts. So I guess I will. What time of day is it? Is it?
The fight against the Gith was during the daytime, and I think I said it was about half a day from there to to here. So I'm assuming it's evening. I've been talking about campfires, and I've got a nice picture in my head of it all kind of lit up at night. So that's what it is now.
Is there a nocturnal bird that has really good night vision?
Yes, the night hawk.
Bird.
The famous silt skimming owl.
Owl? There's owls in the desert. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a sand owl.
It's a special Athasian sand owl.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'll turn into something small, nocturnal, and avian, and take to the skies, and
good.
head. Where? Before I do that, I need some directions. Like, where am I going?
Yeah, Liaza tells you a rough sort of direction for you to go and investigate, and with that,
like roughly how many miles and stuff. Yeah.
Before you transform, I have something to bestow on you.
Ah.
Success takes out an iron statue that she bought in Nibine.
Money bags.
Mm-hmm. And puts in a little ritual and puts in an iron skin on you.
Wow.
Okay. What does that do? Makes me it's like stone skin, but then better?
Better, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you.
I also put invisibility on him.
So I'm invisible and invulnerable.
Invulnerable, yeah.
But also alone, so we want to make sure that you make it back safely.
Fair enough. I hoot once and take to the skies.
Noisy
Your body
bugger.
transforms, ripples like sun and sand under the wind. Reshaped. From hobbit to owl. Your feathers flutter noiselessly and indeed roll aloft over the sands, guided by the stars above and their light below, reflecting.
I'll use my navigation skills.
Navigation skills in your giant fucking eyes to see you. You make your way then across the desert until you can see, well, you don't even need to know where the fucking white rock is, because you can see the campfires of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gith from quite a long way off. I'm going to pull you over to, this is not scaled particularly for a battle map, although there are little counters on it, little squares on it. Where are we here? This one here.
Shit in there, Stu. Knowing
It's
full well
just
that it's probably digested
revolting.
gith.
You really are revolting. I don't know why I have you in my games.
I've got opposite round the back.
Yeah. So on this, there's two large dunes in the desert. As you can see on this map here, one square is 60 feet. This big red arrow shows the sign, the tracks of an incoming, I suppose, a supply wagon. You can see 3 or 4 Inixes being led into the camp under the cover of darkness. The little wands represent outposts, guard posts, small campfires on the dunes with a small handful of gith around them. And then the various other tents inside. Well, you can't make out any details from this side, from this height, altitude, should I say. Mm-hmm. But they're tents of varying sizes. And from this distance, you can make out the tribal standards of, you think, at least 3 different gith tribes.
Okay, I try and make a mental note of what exactly those images look like, those markings.
Yeah, okay.
Do I see any trading houses, like merchant house symbols on the Inixes that are coming in?
Right, to match this kind of idea of them being funded from Nibine, you mean?
Correct.
Yeah, no, you don't see anything like that at all. No, nothing. In fact, there's nothing anywhere that indicates any kind of connection to any of the city-states, despite the evidence so far that you've been accumulating to that.
The Inixes, are they being ridden or guided by gith, or is there any non-gith races about?
So they're just gith They're being led by a grim. There's 2 Onyxes being led by a grim band of gith, decorated with lizard skins and strange feathers, actually, and they're marching noiselessly into the camp. 30 of them in 2 rows of 15, hunched over, carrying sharp-looking spears. By the starlight, you can see light glinting off the tips of the spears, showing they're clearly made of steel. Any Templar would wish for a weapon like that, and yet these wretched, smelly desert warriors carry them as if they were nothing more than bone axes.
So all told, how many gith do I see? You said there's a handful around each outpost, so about like 6 around. Let's say the 6. There's 30.
It's difficult for you to get an easy read, but so this tent here. Is it pinging? Yeah. Okay, it's pinging.
It is.
That has a symbol of a hand on it, the tribe of the hand. There's easily 70 gith sleeping, camped, moving around in the area around that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's number 3?
Number 3 is some kind of corral, a caravan of carts, all of which are unhitched from their beasts lying empty. Now, these ones, as you look closer, here you do see seals. The seal of the Cylops, the city-state of Nibene itself. The royal mark.
So this is being funded by the Shadow King.
This right here are carts from a caravan that have all been kind of gathered together and hitched up and stacked up and emptied and unhitched from their beasts lying empty in the camp. But yeah, the royal seal of Nibene is on every single one.
Which would indicate the Shadow King specifically.
This here, number 6, it was to be another command tent, and on this one you're seeing the symbols of an eye. Easily 80 gith are capped out around in this area.
Okay.
And then over here, the only other one that looks like a command tent, some kind of weird, strange rune, like a black circle with a starburst on a yellow background. Do
I recognize it?
There's over 100 gith camped out around here. So just visibly just immediately visible outside any of the tents, that's almost 250 gith.
Yeah. And those longer tent things or buildings that are marked as 8 and 9, what are those?
So 8 would appear to be supply tents, and 9 looks to be some kind of large central meeting tent. You're not seeing any activity in there at the moment.
Gotcha. Any mounts other than the Onyxes?
A few kanks here and there, but other than that, no. The gith are happy to come
to run around.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that catches my eye? Anything unusual?
Not immediately
magic,
in your initial.
Strange colored fires.
No.
What about in the periphery around this massive area?
There are patrols. Small patrols of gith.
Right.
Moving through the desert. Not impossible to avoid, but you didn't notice them until you had a good look for them. They're moving on the shadow side of the dunes.
So they're armed with steel weapons.
Yep.
There's 250 of them at least.
At least. With more, another 30 just arrived. So. Yeah.
And what is it in what do those crates from Nibene? Do they look like a specific type of?
You'd have to get down. You'd have to get close to have a look.
Okay, I'll see if I can fly down. What 4 is a corral? You said.
Yes.
So that's a sort of a pen with
Sorry,
a fence around
4
it.
Just to be completely accurate. Yeah, 4 is the stables. Yeah, the kank that they used to.
Is it roofed over or is it just open?
Yes, it's roofed over.
Okay, so I'll land on the roof very quietly.
Okay.
And sort of from my higher vantage point, I'll just see if I can see anything in those crates.
Weaponry, supplies and weaponry, food, dried, stuff to make tents, stuff. Well, the kind of stuff that Scathis is bringing with him to make siege engines, that kind of thing. The sort of stuff that an army on the move would carry with it.
Right. So this is a full-blown army.
Yes.
Okay. Do I see a central food preparation area?
No.
So they're doing that individually within each major tent.
Within
presumably.
probably
Okay.
within the supply tents. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
In those big 8 tents.
Yes. Yeah.
What's the activity around those?
This time of night, pretty subdued.
Okay. Is there can I fly over to one of the closest number 8 tent and land on like one of the posts that's
Yes.
holding up the tent? You know how tents sometimes have little gaps in the fabric that you can look inside the tent near where a pole is poked through.
Yes.
Could I maybe peek inside and see if I can catch a glimpse of what's inside?
Yeah, you can see barrels, you can see crates, you can see what would be food and water, various victuals, and the kind of a mess station for cooking and preparing them, and a couple of low trestle-style tables where Geth are going to come and get themselves fed later on.
Gotcha.
It's just a fucking military operation. There's no
Yeah,
other way
it's
about
huge.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to.
Fuck. Okay. There's actually
gonna-
literally the sound of a bolt goes whistling past you.
Okay,
And you look down. You're not quite sure where it came from, but you can hear a grunt in the darkness.
Okay, I take to the skies immediately and get the fuck out of there.
Okay. For someone to have noticed you while invisible, that's someone quite intelligent.
Yes.
You head back to your companions.
I'll fly up, and I fly in the opposite direction from our camp.
Yeah.
First, until I'm well out of sight of the.
And then circle back.
And then circle back. Yeah. In case they're tracking me visually. And when I circle back, I'll actually do this thing where I'll fly below the level of the dunes.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So that I skirt the ground so they can't see me high in the sky.
Right. You go winging your way back toward Tempug's temple now.
Mm-hmm.
Thicket is gone for a short amount of time, a good hour or so there, and an hour or so back on the wing.
In the meantime, anytime Liaza's like in the room or whatever, I'm just like hanging out with Tempug, like you know, all that stuff.
He
And I'm
carry on.
I'm supervising
ready.
my men. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
No, go
I'm
ahead.
supervising my men. Probably just shouting orders to them, pointing where they need to work. How are they taking? Are they okay with this?
So your men seem only too thrilled to carry your bidding, and you realize that the 6 who you took with you have achieved some kind of elevated status in the eyes of the others. You can they've gained increased reputation, increased credibility, increased respect, and as I have to get a drink of water in a second. As a couple of them are walking past, you hear one of them, he's regaling half a dozen others who've got their arms full of corded wood. He says, yeah, the splicer took on half a dozen of them. He killed 15 before I lost count. No, yeah, with my own eyes, I was there. Look, where do you think I got that scar from? Morale, presently at least, is high. The first battle went your way well.
Excellent.
Just a moment, please. I have a very annoying cough. It won't go away.
Do you want some of this?
Yeah, I do. So Tempug is he's called away at least once or twice to check in on Salah, and Liaza not so much corners you, but leans against the wall of one of the ruined temple pillars as you go past Yura. You're just going to ignore me all night long, then? She says, pointedly at the side of your head.
I thought I addressed you when we first saw each other.
You addressed me.
Look, what do you want me to say?
Anything?
You're alive. I'm glad you made it.
You know, I had to leave. You know that, right?
Yeah, I
We've
did.
spent months trying to find somewhere safe. Me and that damned half-elf.
And you're staying here now?
Well, he was supposed to meet Holtet, and This is safe. And they said you were here.
Well, I have places that I have to be after this. But I'm here for now. Surprised that you care what a thing does. Or where it is.
Wow, you've carried that for a while.
I tend to remember things people say to me. Especially when they don't feel so good.
You can see her turn away, and then she stops. No, look, you look. What are you then?
I'm a living thing. I'm a living being. I'm a copy of a person. Still makes me one. I think, I feel. And I like being around people who see me as such.
Yeah. Well, I like being around people who see themselves as themselves. So it's refreshing to hear that's where your thinking is at. Because that wasn't how you were back in Nibene.
And
I
you
can see
know
you're
that
really different. Sorry. I've done enough talking tonight.
No, it's funny that you say that you want me to feel this way when you're part of the reason that I didn't for a long time. It's hard to feel like a person when you're constantly being told that you're not. But I've met someone who sees me as a person now. And doesn't care what I am. And isn't trying to use me.
You've met someone. Right.
Do you not believe me?
You're sure they're not trying to use you?
I'm pretty sure. I think it's probably the other way around.
If if what I said made it so that you could be like this, then I don't feel so bad anymore.
No, as I said, you're part of the reason I was not like this for a little bit longer than I should have. Don't pat yourself on the back. Look, I have important things to do besides talking to you, so if you excuse me.
She nods, fights the urge to say something else, and all but pushes herself out of the alcove, off to wherever she's calling her tent at the temple.
I feel like Siora just goes into like an empty area or something and just like presses herself against a wall and is just like deep breaths kind of thing, trying to readjust herself. And yeah, just tries to find somewhere where she's not right now. But the words that she said about, are you sure they're not, using you type thing, just kind of echo in her mind a little bit and gnaw away.
That's nice.
We love that for me.
Anything from anyone else while the bird is a wing?
RJ will also want to track down Tempug, if possible.
You find him after he's finished tending to Salah. He steps out of the tent. She's asleep, and Holtet's fallen asleep as well, so I thought I'd best leave them in there.
They will keep each other safe.
Yes. So, spending time with your cousin's little one.
This one has heard many interesting things from them.
Reminding you that we're their guests. Huh.
They are also guests. These spirits, they seem to be in charge here. And they do not seem to think you will live if this one and his friends stay inside these walls.
We can't leave. Your spirits won't protect us then.
But Dajé is wondering now if that is why he is here with his companions. You will not need the walls if this one can protect you.
That's a double-edged blade, then.
It is so. Dajé hopes only that he is proven we will not be stabbing you.
I have seen your arrival only as salvation. And I'm hoping that when Thicket returns, he brings some good news at least.
Dajé hopes the same.
Your news is unwelcome. What you say of the spirits. But what you say of yourselves, that is good to hear, my friend Dajé.
Dajé has never really been one to quite listen to these spirits. He listens to himself, his own heart.
Then we are the same. As if on cue, there's the fluttering of almost noiseless wings. Thicket makes its way back.
I shift back into my usual shape.
Okay, that happens off camera, but okay. Then you just walk back on. We can't afford the budget to show both transforming in both directions, okay?
No, we have a very limited
realistic.
VFX budget. Yeah,
We
I
do.
understand.
We do. It's anyway. Moving on.
Yes. I go find my companions.
Senex is probably in the middle of the hall. He's pacing around, just looking, sizing something up to see if it fits. How big is this hallway? This this entrance area.
There is actually a full map of the temple. Why not?
Is there?
Why not? Why not? There he is. Tempug's temple.
What map's this? Oh, there we go. Oh, so how big are these
It's big.
squares?
20 feet.
20 feet. And I'm pacing around, like sort of looking, thinking it could fit right here. Making sure there's gaps to go round it so people can move.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll see how they're strung out their tents all in the heart of the temple, and the columns on either side. And these little alcoves that are around at the side of the back are where you've been having your little secret tete-a-tetes or what have you.
Feeling sick and tired of being attacked in his sleep, he starts slowly casting a spell and summons Senex's
shitty shed.
It's not a shitty shed.
Is this any hut?
No,
Look,
it's not
a
even that.
shitty shed.
It's a 4th level spell. It's secure shelter. It's like a little cottage. That's what the spell describes it as, like a cottage. And it just appears there, and I'm like, yes.
Senex's shitty shack.
It's not a shitty shack. I walk in and say, stay out here, you bastards.
Thicket, what have you to report? Champag asks.
I don't have good news. Before I forget, does anybody have anything to draw on? In fact, I'll just grab a stick and draw the images of the clan symbols that I saw.
I have paper.
Okay. Well, I'll draw those clan symbols.
People
as
start
well
to
as
gather
everyone.
round as you relate your briefing.
And then I share what I saw, the layout of the massive military camp, the 250 gith, the patrols, the outposts, the supplies, and the Inix caravan, the crates marked with the royal seal from Nibene, the whole lot. And the fact that I was shot at, even though I was invisible.
There's a good body of 30 or 40 of the tribe have gathered around now your small circle. You've realized that your words have attracted intense attention, especially at the revelation that the royal seal of Nibene was seen on some of the caravan items. The sharp intake of breath coming from Liaza at the edge of the firelight, arms folded over her chest at this.
Were these items from the Nibene, were they led by Nibene people, or was it maybe a captured caravan that they used stuff from?
It could have been captured, but the crates were marked with the royal seal of Nibene. So again, this could be because they were supplied by them, or they could have captured or interrupted a caravan. They certainly have the manpower.
Why would they supply the very gith that attacked their harbor city, Cromlin? Because that is a major port of Nibene. It doesn't make sense.
Have they been attacking Cromlin, though?
There have been no reported attacks against Cromlin itself, but trade caravans to and from Cromlin have been attacked more. You've seen them. Plus, never mind being ambushed yourself. Holtep Fen himself was captured by a gith raid. You rescued him on the way back from the city by the Silt Sea. You could even say that the going right back to the first adventure, where Karadai was mentally controlling elves, he'd actually managed to snare a bunch of gith as well. Right? It was unusual that they were even out and about. So he probably snagged himself a handful of gith from an early scouting expeditions from the Black Spine. So
could their equipment have actually been looted from a caravan, maybe?
From Cromlin. I mean, how Shom could be involved with this as well.
Also possible, yes.
And then framing it on...
Although the amount of metal weaponry that we've seen going about...
Who could afford that? Shom?
Well, yeah.
Scathis, you're turning some of one of the crossbow bolts over in your hand. The crossbow itself, that's absolutely, it's got the Nibonese mark on it. But something about Suxus's question, this is newly forged. You can see how the metal, it's, this hasn't been fired and recovered. This bolt's never been used before.
These are newly forged. Not likely to have been stolen.
What if they've stole crates of unused military supplies?
This is possible.
Surprise me if House Chirodius themselves supplied it.
Chirodius?
Yeah.
Well, that could have been.
That bitch.
You're absolutely right. She's not trustworthy.
Have I got any idea if my arcane spell identify could give me any more information on it?
On what?
Like who crafted it and stuff like that? I mean,
No.
No.
Being brought to ideas. Let me have a look.
Apart from that, I don't think I have anything that can help with that.
Oh no, can't cast that yet.
It's interesting. That there are spells that identify magical items, but there's no spell that
There is.
There is.
Yeah, psychic impressions or something it's called.
Yeah, exactly. And there's of course also the stone tell spell that'll help
Don't
you
tell
also.
would work, yeah.
Yeah, but it's too high level. I can't cast that yet.
You're going to have to go there, Liaza says.
How is their supply situation? How are they being fed?
They have food in abundance. They have four large supply tents filled with food.
And they get fed there at those tents.
Yes.
Where were these caravans? What direction they were coming from?
Wait. My line of questioning is not done. Can we poison those points where they get fed?
Liaza is kind of elbowing her way through the crowd a bit now to be able to stand over your big drawing on the sand.
Yeah, I would have drawn out a map, shall we say, of what I saw so that they can, relay that.
Because that way we can get a whole bunch of them in one go.
I agree. The only problem is I was invisible and I was still spotted by something or someone.
Yes.
Yeah,
someone very intelligent. That could see
what has that got to do with it?
Well,
how are we going to get to that food supply?
Oh, you need to be intelligent to see through your invisibility spell.
Very intelligent.
Okay. Sorry.
Which is worrying.
With Daje's camouflage, no one except the people who truly want to see him will see him.
Yes.
So you could do it.
Okay, perhaps.
Because I think the poisoning is not a bad idea if we can get it through.
The problem is there's like one pot of soup that everyone is feeding from. We're talking about 250 gith.
No, but that's why I asked my question very specifically to you. Where are they being fed? You said those four.
There are four. Like I'll point at the map that I drew out. These four major large tents.
Then either you poison it at the point where they're cooking it, or you poison the supplies that they are going to cook.
And I believe those are just the supply tents. There are also in
My
these.
roll 20 just came back, sorry.
and I'm pointing at the command tents where they had the.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that map now.
Those they're also feeding in there, right?
You guys got the map now?
Yes.
My whole internet just crashed there for like 30 seconds.
So I'm pointing at these outer 5, 6, and 7. Those
are the command tents. Yeah.
They were eating in there as well, right?
Somewhere, yes, but there's taking food back and forth. There's a lot of talk going around there. But for large scale supplies and eating in mess tents, they were using the 8s.
Yeah.
Yes, and that means that all the supplies are bunched up there. You don't necessarily have to poison all the points where they eat it, but you can poison it where it's all being stored. The supplies that need to be cooked.
Right, but you're going to need a lot of poison.
Well, of course. But maybe that's something that both me and Darjay can have a look at. Whether there's any possibilities there. It will take out at least a whole bunch of people we don't have to face on the battlefield.
Agreed.
You need to make sure that your warriors are on standby in case of needed rapid extraction. This kind of situation can go south very quickly. We always had at least 1 or 2 Arcanamax on hand when we went into situations like this.
Arcanamax? We're not facing Arcanamax, are we? 6s get straight very boring.
Liaza smiles. I'm saying that in the Template, we would never go into a situation like this without Arcanamax and half giants on standby.
No.
You want this to be stealthy, but it's not going to end stealthily.
It depends on who does it. because I think Darjay can be very stealthy. I mean, much more stealthy than any of us. More stealthy than invisible spells.
Yours like, what am I, chopped liver?
No, look.
He is your premier infiltrator,
What the
that's
heck?
true, Liasa says.
No. Look, Shora and you and me, we can be very stealthy too, but not as stealthy as Darjay.
I can be very stealthy.
Think for yourself.
Watch this. And he just disappears. In front of your eyes, he's just gone.
Right where he's standing, I poke him. He's right there. Hoping I touch it.
No, it's not there. I'm telling you that.
We just said ow, so it's definitely there.
No.
Watch out, Dajay will bite your finger.
I withdraw my finger rapidly.
Anyway, this is my idea. That is like an overture to our battle.
Tenpug looks down toward the map. Sorry, were you saying something right now?
No.
Okay. He looks down toward the map that you crafted in the sand, this crude representation of the Gith camp. I have to say, I agree with Liaza. If you can find information about where they're getting their supplies from, if you can gather some intelligence on what's making three tribes work together, if you can decapitate their leaders or poison their supplies, even better. He looks around at the gathered people. 250 gith and more coming every day.
Exactly. If you poison their water supplies, they won't have 1,000 water supplies. They'll have 3, 4. That will do it. That will poison the water that they will drink. A lot of them will die, and they will have to get rid of the water that is poisoned. I haven't seen many priests in their group. They tend to attack us with
Mindbenders,
and so they will have trouble with dealing with the poison. And then they all also lose their water, which is going to be a problem for a big army like that.
at the very least, it'll buy us time.
I think so.
Speaking of time, we are at halftime, or thereabouts. We're going to take a break.
Oh my god.
Smoothly done. That was just,
Things are heating up in the kitchen, huh, guys?
Must get more paracetamol.
Yeah, we're going to have our little non-poisoned food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
When last we left our heroes, they were in the Temple of Tenpug, having scouted out a nearby Gith camp, and have been putting their minds together as to how to proceed. Initially, at least, their attentions will be turning to fortifying the temple and its attendant oasis. A night of, well, some rest follows. The battle with the Gith has left you a little bit weary, but with it comes the good sense of victory. Following your victory. The day that comes next, the sun is a little bit blurry as it reaches over the horizon. The wind is picked up ever so slightly, and the tops of the dunes are wisped with small crescents of sand. The silt itself is stirred sufficiently to blow tendrils of dust inland, not enough to start having you to put on filter masks, but you do find yourself wiping little bits of gummy paste from the corners of your eyes and clearing out your nostrils and lungs a little bit more often than you might like. Scathis, you are up even before the dawn. Some of the folk of the temple are around, gathering what little dew they can from some of the plants. But for you, you had your men up and preparing the various goods for work of the day. For the next few days, at least, they're going to be busy putting together palisades out to the front, and also some areas behind with spikes stuck up in the ground, I believe was your idea, to catch Gith enthusiastic enough to leap over the palisades.
The credit where credit's due, that was Zux's idea, the spikes on the other side. But yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to have the 6 men who rode with me, they'll all get crossbows, and then I'll have an additional stand of men sort of training with them.
Okay. I'm gonna can never remember where I put this damn thing. Tempog, where are you? There we are. Okay, so Tempog's Temple. Let's go to the map area here. Look, this just sort of roughly shows the area outside, but I'm assuming. In fact, to be honest, I think the other picture showed it better, didn't it? This one here. This almost gives you a better feel for the approach to the temple. So how close to these main gates and stuff would you want to put the palisades? Is the idea to fence this area off to allow there to be a position outside the main gates where you can mount a defense from, or push it further out than that?
Yeah, probably. If I could, I'd like to set them up in front of the steps.
That close up,
like
yeah, okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, that fairly close, yeah.
Nice.
Mark?
Yes, Arnold.
The sand looks like it's covering the roof.
In some, yeah. So okay, we are dealing a little bit with some of Bax's interpretation here, but
Okay.
I'm just
looking at the picture.
Yeah. So the back half of the temple is buried, basically.
Right. So can Gith presumably run up the back of the building and just jump in from the roof?
Well, no, because there's no opening on the roof.
No. What I mean is, like, could they run
Can
the
they
sand
flank the temple from behind? Yeah, for sure.
from
Yeah.
behind? Yeah.
So
So,
you're gonna-
presumably that might be something important to plan for.
We might want to do a palisade around the whole temple and defend.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean,
defend
that-
the whole
Yeah.
perimeter.
If you're putting a fence
So
down in front of
build
the
a
gate,
stockade.
it's
Yeah.
kind of pointless if they can just jump in from behind. You know?
I agree, and that's a good reason to build so close, because we conserve sort of materials a little bit so that we can wrap around with those. Potentially, if we have enough.
I can also maybe use stone shape to create walls.
Damn, that's not bad. Yeah, I would obviously take that.
Okay, so if you're gonna stockade the entire temple, then you probably only have enough for one weapon of war, a ballista or a catapult or something like that.
And what
but
if
you
we
will
supplement? Sorry.
So sand doesn't count as stone because of various spells that have set precedent for that in an annoying way. But if you can get stone from places, then yes, you can make stone-shaped walls. You can create walls. Do you know any of you have wall of stone, that kind of thing?
But is that permanent? I don't know if that's permanent.
I don't believe
It
wall of
is.
stone is permanent. Some of them are. Some of them aren't.
I believe Wall of Stone is permanent, but I don't know whether I have it already. I don't think.
But if you supplement, yes, of course, then you're back up to two weapons of war.
Wall of Stone is not part of the Earth spell.
That's unkind.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have
You know,
Wall of Stone.
no, Wall of Stone is if you have the expanded, if you're an Earth priest and you have the expanded
You need to be higher.
wizard
level, right?
spells, yeah. Then you have Wall of Stone. Otherwise, you don't.
But I do have stone shape, and there is.
Yeah.
I mean, those statues are made of stone. I could presumably, I could reshape those statues into walls.
Reshape the sacred statues of the temple. Yes, that's a good idea. Do that.
No, I'm just.
Oh,
I'm
no.
just. Oh no. Because there's
Yeah.
spirits there, aren't there? Yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah, that would piss something off for sure.
However, and here's an idea. I mean, what is this temple built on? It's presumably on some solid foundation.
How
right?
far
It's
down
not-
do you have
wanna
to go
take
to
the
find
foundation
stone? Is
out
what
from
you're
under
asking.
it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Sorry, Tamia. That was my poker face out the fucking window right there. Yes, do that. No, you should not have to go down too far to find actual stone. Yeah. So let's say, judging from how Mr. Baxter has provided the imagery here. I'm going to say 20 feet of sand, judging by how big those people are. Yeah, 20 feet of sand, and then you can find stone.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether I remember this right, but wasn't there a promise that we would get something to help us in this fight from the people of the temple?
Darjay might have some light to shed on that over breakfast.
Okay, I kind of remember something vaguely from the first time we were here.
I mean, if necessary, we probably can wrap it all around, and I can... one ballista, still pretty good.
Or maybe that we didn't know about it, and I remember it just from the game, but not from us being told.
Do you have the notes there handy yet, Lucan, or are you still looking?
I'm gonna need a minute.
I can see you flipping pages there. Yeah, the Jazals did have some kind of prophecy they were referring to regarding your presence or return to or involvement with the temple. Okay, well, I can see you still looking there. We'll skip it.
So I will be then putting my spells on the weaponries of the guards that Scath has brought along.
So this is your magical stone spell.
Yeah, that actually gives the weapons a +3 damage, which diminishes every time you use it. But for the crossbow bolts, one shot +3.
As you find the half dozen who've been designated as the crossbowyers, you can see that each of them has taken a gith skull and is wearing it on their shoulder.
Don't name them. Do not name them.
I won't name them, but if the men seem to respect them, I might make them sort of like officers.
I think that's appropriate. But at least they're clearly the elites.
Yeah. Maybe not officers, because I do want them to kind of just be their own unit. Yeah. But still.
I have an answer.
Please.
Yes, so when we first visited this temple, Darjay did speak with Sharvas, and she told him that during the temple's hour of need, that we would be able to, I think, access the treasures, or because there's a room full of like old armaments and things in this temple, and I believe we can touch them now, maybe, if the temple is besieged. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. That they're okay with the Jazal, the spirits. I mean, they're okay with the Jazal living inside of the temple. They have not touched any of the treasures or any of the land. I'm sorry if my camera's shaking. My dog is being a bit crazy. Yes, you, Ozzy, stop it. And I think this entire prophecy that we've been following of this temple's hour of need does culminate in us, or whoever is in the prophecy. I'm not saying it's us.
Shall we inquire and see whether we can take this into our equation on how to defend the temple?
How do we want to go about that?
I presume you talk to the Jazal and they talk to the spirits?
Yeah, sure. Is there... I mean, that's absolutely possible, but I'm thinking also, as a druid, are you not able to have a connection with them?
They're not necessarily spirits of the land, are they?
If they're just spirits that inhabit the temple, would that be different?
That could very likely be different, yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't necessarily have to be, but it could be. They haven't spoken to either me or to Thicket, as far as I know. They spoke to you, right?
Not to me.
They spoke to the other Josal.
Specifically, yes.
Yeah. So let's talk to the other Josal and see what they can tell us about it.
So I think Darjay will make that his mission then, while Scathis is setting up his his stuff.
Good. Okay, and I'll come back to you on that in just a second then. Anything from anyone else before we move on from there?
If you need more wood for another siege weapon, I can. If Senix can create the seeds, I can create the trees. You have 2 more large trees if you want to make siege weaponry from.
Nice.
Let me have a look. Let me look.
Sure, I'm assuming you're continuing to ignore Liaza. She makes herself quite visible during the morning, getting breakfast ready, standing around by the kitchen area, not looking at you at all, of course.
Yeah, I think whenever she's around, I really up any affection towards Tempug, considering what was there last time.
You were doing that last night,
and
yeah.
Then, and then just trying to pretend like I'm not even thinking about her. Like I won't even look her way, but I'm definitely wanting her to see me flourishing.
Yeah. After about half an hour of this, Tempug waits until Liaza is out of view, and then turns around and to face you. What are you doing?
What do you mean? Do you not remember the time we had together the last time I was here?
So before I came out to this back end of nowhere, I was a gladiator. And I know a feint maneuver when I see one.
Oh, is this gonna mess with your, tough act thing to have me nearby?
You're quite relentless. I really do admire that. Listen, the walls in this temple may look thick, but the walls of the tents are not. I couldn't help but overhear you and Liaza last night. Some words were spoken about using people.
Yes, she
I
used me.
don't like it either.
That,
Okay? If you have a problem with her, go and deal with it. I can't have people who can't trust each other's backs. I have a bad feeling that we're going to be facing a lot of gith very soon. That matters more to me. Do you understand?
I understand. I can't lie, I'm a bit embarrassed that you heard me talking about you. I'm not actually using you, I just wanted her to... I figured she would find out eventually with me being here about our connection, and I didn't want her to think that I had a weakness, so I said, when she implied that maybe you were using me, I said that maybe it's the other way around, but it's not, and I'm sorry. Can I use my special lie ability where it's just
yeah,
flawless?
absolutely. You can see him kind of be like, fine.
But I'll
Wow.
I'll if you want me to tone it down, though, I can. I don't want to mess with anything here for you.
Still running. It's important to me that my people are safe, that's all.
Make sure it doesn't cause any issues.
He smiles, takes his plate, heads off to see about some more of his of his fellows.
My spell doesn't work like that, sadly, Kyle.
Okay.
You can't get seeds. You can't make seeds.
I can't make seeds. No.
Okay. Can we obtain seeds?
I do have 10 seeds already.
Okay.
That I have.
Well, then if you give 2 seeds of mine, then I can just make 2 trees.
What they are. They're just for like spell component for the guard. So whatever Mark determines them to be.
Presumably the palms of the oasis will have seeds in them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I will obtain some palm seeds of the.
I'm going to get
oasis.
you guys with the trees in just a second.
Yeah.
Grendy, to wrap up on the preparations there. So we're going to have a tight stockade around the entirety, supplemented, I am understanding, by some stone-shaped walls pulled up from the nearby foundations and bedrock by the druids. Is that correct?
Yeah, if we're able to get that stone, absolutely.
Okay. So there is a map, a larger scale map of the area around the temple, which I'll share that with you guys. We can actually take some time to position some thoughtfully, because your characters do actually have a couple of days for this, unlike us on stream. But yeah, okay. So we'll have you guys we'll have your men then driving these stakes as far into the sand as they can go, at the same time as it's going to be. Do you both have earth? No, it's just.
I don't.
It's just Success, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have stone shape, but I don't, because that's not an earth spell. It's a cosmos spell.
It's a cosmos spell. Okay. Working hand in hand with the druids then to begin creating a low set of walls and palisades that will stockade off the entirety of the temple from the surrounds. And then, thanks to the fiendish, ingenious, and unpleasant mind of Success, beds of upthrusting spikes for gith who love to leap over things and who will then hopefully impale themselves upon landing. They're well disciplined. As I said before, the morale is high, and under the auspices of your skull-shouldered special forces unit, your troops begin to set the emplacements into place. Now, this then, as I said, gives you enough for 2 war machines. What do you want? Someone suggested here? Grim suggested putting a ballista on the roof, which is
that's what I was thinking of doing as well. Actually, I was thinking of putting one. Yeah, I mean,
look, there is. I haven't shown you the map yet. There is like this kind of small watchtower. It's about 1,000 feet out from the main temple, so you're not going to be able to get.
Did we have a look at that anyway? We didn't have a look at that at all.
No, it's just a temple over here, sand, tower over there. There's not much detail on the map. I'm going to bust it out before the next session, so you guys can actually correctly position it to use as a battle map. But there's several hundred.
We can have a little look in advance to see what that tower is about.
Yeah. It's a shell of stone from when there was once a watchtower here. Something you could. It got mentioned earlier, and I think Liaza mentioned it. Something you could probably make use of. But okay, so that keeps you guys busy throughout that day and well into the next. Shut the fuck up, man. So we'll as the druids at the oasis. Now,
I'll take a walk out there with Xerxes. Yeah, I'm assuming Xerxes is with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid, Xerxes, my magic does not work like that. But what we could do, I count how many large trees are currently here.
Looking at Bax's picture, I'm going to say 3 large trees and several large bushes.
How much would we need, like tree-wise, to give him to give Grandy more?
I think 2 is enough for a siege engine.
The problem is
2 large trees.
These
to
trees...
make a third weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do we know?
The question is, does he have people to actually man those?
He does.
Okay.
His class ability allows him to command and crew siege engines.
That's right. How far away is this watchtower? Is it very defensible? I would hesitate to put too many men out there.
I think it is away from the tactical center where we need to defend. Anything there can be bypassed
exactly.
and
That's
just
kind of my
ignored,
thought.
you know? Unless there's a strategic value to that tower that we don't know about. So
There
we need
isn't
to-
really, no.
It's not like,
Yeah,
it's not
probably
like
ignore
a
it then.
connection with a tunnel underneath it.
No, there's
or
nothing like
it's-
that.
No, okay.
The tower is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 6. It's almost 500 feet away from the main building on a dune to the northwest. Sorry.
What you could do is put a scout there that can look out to see these things coming. That's useful.
Yeah. When it comes to the ranges of these weapons, if we look at the ranges on the war machines, like a ballista, medium, you can create them to medium, light, or heavy. That just affects their speed. The medium ballista has a long range of 300 yards, so 900 feet.
Yeah.
So a ballista on the tower will be able to reach the temple. A ballista on the temple can reach things happening at the tower, and they're just at the outer range categories for that.
I honestly think I could probably just keep them both on the temple.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. Any foes are going to move past that tower very quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
And overrun it.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to the
That's what I
oasis,
must worry about.
I say to Xerxes, if we take a couple of trees from here, how will it affect the oasis? Because I could take cuttings from these trees, these 2 trees that we cut down, and I could plant 20 trees and give them a guaranteed survival rate of a year minimum. Obviously, in the surrounding area, they should be fine, but obviously, anything to do with nature-wise for these trees.
But why do we need to damage the existing trees? We can,
because I cannot grow trees.
No, but if we have some dates here, I'm looking at the trees. Are there dates in the trees?
Yes.
Let's get some dates. Are there any dates on the floor?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, so I thought you were talking about you needed wood for more.
No, I need 2 seeds, and I can grow a tree from a seed.
Oh, okay. Then I can. Yeah, I take some cuttings from this.
The tree that I grow.
How many? Well, there's 3. So you say there's 3 date trees, yeah?
There's a date palm, a yipa tree, and a jalabi fruit tree.
Oh, I'll take 10 cuttings from each one then.
Okay.
Which of these trees is the best to make a siege engine from?
Yiper. It's tall.
Yiper. Okay, so then I take 2 Yiper seeds, if that's possible.
Yep.
And I cast the tree growth spell on those after planting them on those seeds.
Where are we going to plant them?
Here I would say in the.
So, would you like me to expand this oasis?
Don't forget the water supply. You are currently overburdening the oasis by adding more.
At the moment, we're just doing the 2 trees just to make wood for the 2 siege engines.
You're just going to have them sprout up out of the ground, chop them down, and make into engines.
Exactly.
What would happen if we make it more fertile before you do that? Would it make a larger tree?
Not particularly, no.
No.
What would happen to the oasis?
The spell he's talking about will create a fully grown tree in 1 round.
Right.
Exactly.
But my magic allows me to increase the fertility of this land by a stage. I have 2 different spells that I created.
Yeah, the fertility is great, but if you put more growing stuff in that, then it will need more water, and that's the problem with this place.
So we won't do that, yeah.
2 trees then summoned up from the oasis by the powers of the cosmos. They sprout from dates into full-grown palms. Sorry, from Yupa seeds into full-grown Yupa trees, as Stickett has said, within moments. Okay, can someone give me a second, please? I've got to deal with a dog.
Yeah, my spell specifically says it cannot be sped up. The growth can't be sped up on them.
Oh, it specifically says that.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you can't. And my spell
So-
probably would not work on that.
No, so my idea is obviously taking all of these things, but the problem is that would still, if I moved closer to the temple, I could plant these 30 different seeds and have an extra 10 of each tree, and they would last a year.
I was excited. Almost a live dogfight on camera.
Oh, really? But obviously doing that, would that, even though the oasis is 500 feet away, would that take from the oasis? Because obviously it will spread. It has a chance of spreading.
Missed that question.
Right, okay, so yeah. Obviously the 30 seeds that I took, right? 10 of each jalapy and blah, blah, blah. So if I moved closer to the temple and made of like a, what are they called? Where apples grow.
Orchard.
So if I made an orchard for 3 different types of things, would that come off the oasis?
Yes.
Even though we're still here?
Well, you would create it on ground that was fertile with no water supply.
Yeah, which it still says it guarantees it survives for a year, but then after that, then obviously, but it's got a chance. I've got the other spell, which then improves the fertility by 1 stage. So I didn't know.
You must have a water supply.
Yeah.
This is why I was going on and on about the water supply in the beginning, because that's the thing that actually feeds it.
But we've discovered it's not sustainable, really.
No.
So
You would actually need to make a
Act with some kind of elemental to start getting elemental feed.
to actually get like a water.
It is doable. I mean, the long-term run of a Dark Sun campaign, in some cases, presumes that a high-level characters are going to be like, actually, no, fucking no, let's make Tempug's Temple a fully functioning oasis and get an elemental to make a portal and re-landscape the place. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
Why not?
downtime stuff. Okay. So we could do that later on if we want to. Okay.
Yeah.
At any rate, you have summoned from the deserts 2 great yipper trees, and the cheer that goes up from Scathis' men as they realize that fresh lumber, fresh wood, fresh materials, and before long they have them cut down, chopped and corded, and already getting them placed into the stockade.
There's a little part of Thicket that dies inside when he sees the trees being cut down right away.
But they're in there for good use.
It's like, it's like, oh look, life. Oh.
Finally, Darjay, as your companions are resting toward the end of the day and starting to make preparations for the scouting mission the next day, Shah Ras comes and finds you. I understand you wish to speak with those who watch over the temple.
yes, my friends and I, we believe that the time of the prophecy you told me about, it is upon us.
They will speak with you. And into the darkness, he leads you through the tunnels of the hidden room and to the back where there is a fissure in the floor covered by an old tapestry. He pulls it aside, and below there is a faint phosphorescence that beckons you. You scramble down and find yourself in what can only be described as a cistern. The floor is covered in water, about an inch deep, pale blue, and your feet, as they move in it, cause the phosphorescence that you're seeing. A figure appears out of the phosphorescent light, rising up translucent before you. A human once. Upon its ethereal chest, you can see the blazon of a lion-headed giant. The thing regards you with cold, unfriendly eyes. What do you want, interloper?
This one is Daje, and he wishes to speak with you.
Your cousins vouchsafed your safety under my gaze. Speak, Darjay.
Daje appreciates your hospitality. He has heard of a prophecy for this temple and its treasures.
Yes.
He would like to know more.
We guard the ruby heart. It must not fall into the hands of the unbeliever.
What is this ruby heart?
A weapon of our god. The god is gone. His blessings remain.
And the unbeliever?
All who have not the wisdom to earn our god's blessing.
Does this prophecy mean that Daje and his friends may use the ruby heart to protect the temple?
The temple is not threatened.
Not yet. The gith are at your door,
Not
and they
yet.
are stronger than they have ever been. But when the time comes,
The gith cannot come here. The walls are too thick for them.
but what of the other occupants of the oasis?
They will die. But your courtesy does you great credit, Daje, and so I will make you an offer. If the temple is threatened, if, as you say, the gith are at our gates, you may come and plead your case again.
That you
Until
will.
then, this place is forbidden to you.
Acceptable. And he will turn the way he came, sloshing back through the waters.
Okay. So you return to your companions. You have some information at least. Well, perhaps not particularly pleasant.
Zuxis is waiting on the steps outside the temple.
Well, you see Daje leave, and he sort of just looks out across the oasis for a moment, and he's deep in thought.
Zuxis
then
flicks her
when,
tongue a little bit in the air, nods, and turns around and goes goes on with her business.
Okay. A rendezvous then back at the campfires as you assess the progress of the last day or so. The stockade is almost entirely completed. You've been pulling rock up from the foundations, forging it into foundations, and again for the lower half of the stockade. Little stone-shaped sockets for the palisade to be built, slotted in, gaining you twice the amount of height for half the amount of lumber. Situated now atop the temple itself are the beginnings of a pair of ballistas. You have the wood to make a third one as well, although you have yet to find an exact position for it. But all in all, the progress of the defense of the temple is making extremely good advances.
And these are medium ballistae, correct?
If that's what you prefer, yes. Let's go with it. Let's go with
I think I'd like it to be medium for more damage than the light, but not large because I want to be able to kind of aim at smaller targets.
Yeah, okay, and you get a slightly better rate of fire as well with the...
Yeah, exactly.
Are there children here?
Yes, there are.
There are. I'll be sitting on the steps trying to entertain the children, but in a way that like he just picks up. He gets them to sort of, because he wants them to sort of stay out of the way while all the men are building and stuff.
Yeah.
So he gets them to come back with small little pebbles, and he sits there like for the however long and turns loads of them into small little gems and hands them out to them.
Oh, how cool. Okay, nice. Lovely.
Just to try and keep them out of, so they're not like getting under people's feet and stuff.
Yeah. But after a couple of days of this, you can see that the tribe has thoroughly taken to their hearts. Looking after their children in times of crisis is more than enough to have them welcome you. And when the meals come on the evening of the second day, you'll find yourself drawn together toward the central campfires, not off to your own tents on your own, but part of a large, boisterous collection of people enjoying the benefits of a great day's hard work, exhausted after putting the stockades together and building ballistas, and watching you turn the oasis into briefly a place of fertility. The sensation not unlike home, actually. Something that you felt more than once coming here to Tempug's Temple. A place perhaps worth defending. If my Roll20 wasn't glitched out, or my Foundry wasn't glitched out, something's fucked up over here. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm going to try and refresh that in a second. But what can you guys see on Twitch at the moment? The whole thing is entirely crashed. Do you have the map of the Gith camp handy, or are you looking at something else?
We're looking at the picture of Tempug's Temple.
Just a Tempug's Temple. Well, that's crappy ass, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to kill that entirely and come back in a second. Let's go back to Roll20 completely from scratch. If the music has just disappeared, by the way, that's because I've just killed my browser.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Yeah, tell me about it. There's Tempug's Temple. I've got a really zoomed in version of it here now. That's cool. Okay. Black Spine. Marps. Gith Camp. There we go. Okay. So I'm guessing you might want to make at least some kind of plan in this regard as to how you're going to particularly tackle this. So yeah, how do you want to go about it? Who's going, as it were?
Who's coming with me, guys?
I'll come with. Keep at a distance.
Me too.
Yep. I'll just be stealthing, hiding in shadows whole time, and even with that, still ducking behind things, knowing that they were able to spot thicket. I'm concerned about what else they'll be able to see.
Yeah.
I will also go, and when we get close, I will meld into the shadow.
Okay, good.
Obviously, as long as we're going at night time.
And I will make sure that Darjay also gets an iron skin on him.
Okay. So if anybody wants to stage themselves outside the Gith camp, you can pop yourselves over on the map somewhere down in this bottom corner over here if you want, I suppose. It doesn't really matter that much exactly where you're.
I assume this is only for the stealthy people.
This is only one for those who's actually, well, anybody who wants to find themselves, I don't know, rolling initiative or anything like that, should put a token on the map. And you can put yourselves down in this corner to signify that you're somewhere nearby, but not necessarily involved. Yeah, right. But let's...
I want my health back.
Yeah, I was going to say, everyone's got all sorts of damage there. Let's fix that for you.
Oh dear. Do I join this?
Are we? Is it daytime, nighttime? Daytime.
It's up to you. I would guess you guys are going at night.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll join.
Can you keep yourself hidden though?
Yeah,
Of course you can. Yeah, you can. Of course. It's very easy for you to keep yourself hidden nowadays.
Oh, because of the shape changing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference.
Well, I can only do that 3 times a day, so I can't just
No,
willy-nilly.
no.
He said really.
I did. It was Lawful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Scathis, you're staying behind. Am I taking it there?
Yeah, I'm staying behind.
Okay.
I have men to look out for. Sorry.
Responsibilities now.
Prophets have responsibilities. Sorry, guys. You go have fun.
Can't.
Scathis' dad arc.
Yeah.
got
I'm
40
assuming
kids to
we're
look
all
after.
gathered before we send RJ in.
Yeah, I sort of hunkered down. I mean, you're a good couple of 100 feet away there from the main camp itself, and yeah, that's the nearest sort of gith watchfire is right there. So
Psionic abilities is a bit different than like invisibility stuff, isn't it? So
you need to have targets to cast it on, really.
yes, but before Darjay goes in, I will manifest free action.
Oh, very cool.
And
But you fail.
I failed. I'll try again.
Using a d20.
Well, no, because I can just try again because it doesn't cost my PSPs.
Yeah, of course it doesn't. Yeah.
So I'll just keep, because obviously we're not in a.
We are not. No.
I'll roll again just in case. I get a roll a d20. I got a 20.
Another
There
fail.
we go.
There we go. Finally.
So it takes me 3 rounds. And why is this not working? And I give him free action. And obviously it's manipulate because I rolled a d20. And
This
that
is crazy good.
free action. It's under F, isn't it? For free.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Free action. This power enables the creature touched to move and attack normally for the duration of the power, even under the influence of magic that impedes movement, such as webs, slow spells, underwater, wading in silt, negates or prevents the effects of paralysis and hold spells. Paralysis.
It's a free action is fantastic. You basically become completely unstoppable.
Oh, D20. The sinus can affect 2 creatures. So I'll do my. Well, I'm not going to be hindered anyway, so I will do.
You can have some hit points back too.
Hey, Mark, is this a new day? Out of
Yes, it is.
curiosity? Yeah, okay.
Sent you a message, there, Jay.
I'll do Darjay, and who else do you reckon would be useful under? Anyone else going to get close? Maybe.
If
I mean,
if anybody will be Siora, I would say.
Okay, I'll cast
Yeah,
it
I
on-
wouldn't mind taking it.
I'll put it on Siora as well.
Putting these things down here just to show you, remind you where the guard outposts were. Each one of those represents several gith.
And there's also those patrols, right? So I want to make sure that those patrols are.
The patrols are continually mobile, and you're actually now within the patrol perimeter. Given your level, I've assumed there's a trivial matter for you to get past a patrol of 3 hit dice gith. But yeah, the patrols now themselves, if the camp is here, you're actually within their outer patrol perimeter, which is going all the way around the outside at a distance of a good mile to half a mile or more.
Yeah, my plan is to just kind of hunker down and be there as backup in case they get into trouble.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
Darjay, I don't see your token on the map, but you're the point man here. So let's see what's happening.
Jay's putting a finger up.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going to use. I'm just going to cover myself with sand.
Okay.
Just kind of loosely bury myself in the sand a little bit so that I'm
Darjay needs
partially
some
hidden.
points.
You want me to help you a bit with that?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to be able to have a line of sight, but then
Yeah.
be hidden enough
I'll do
using
that.
my
Yeah.
halfling stealth, and then just cover myself, exposed bits with sand. So
Yeah, and I make sure that I make a good look at it, whether it actually is good covered, and help you with cleaning that up,
Yeah.
and then hide myself.
Okay.
Want to make a roll?
At the present, no. You're not under any threat of discovery right now, so we'll just assume it's all going okay. Okay. Darjay, you slip forward over the dune and toward the gith. Let's just show me by moving your little man to which of the tents you're going first. I'm assuming you're doing a bit of a scout first before anything else.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly make my way in, and the first hurdle, of course, is clearing this sort of boundary line.
Yeah, well, between the two dunes.
I want to get in without any of these guys being any the wiser.
Okay. So for that one, I'd just make me a hide in the shadows roll. There's no need to move silently with the distances at the moment.
Just give me a second, because Roll20 is being very
mine's been super weird and laggy today.
Yeah, sorry about that extra roll there. I just noticed that that power wasn't working properly, so it's fixed now.
Oh, okay, right.
It didn't add my.
Randy's been disconnected. He should be back soon.
Oh wow. Okay.
Roger. Let me.
For a second, I thought he was just really good at sitting still.
He looks real serene. He's just in his zone.
He's like a real chameleon.
Oh, I think that's a nat 1.
That's a fail and a fail high enough.
Okay,
that's a fail high enough to be discovered.
No
too.
way, man.
How about you roll? Can you roll again?
No, it's not
it's a
D20.
percentage. You've almost ever see this.
Sake.
Okay.
Well, that's shit.
Well, that's it, guys. That's it.
There's no D6s. Anybody have D6?
It's a percent. It's percentage.
Now D6s you're allowed to roll with.
But that's 5, 6, 7, 8. You're a 7
It's
out.
not. Yeah.
Good help.
All right. So as you're slipping, you come slipping down the dune. You're not expecting to see him there. There is a gith quite literally squatting on the sand. You come over the dune as he kind of catches sight of you. He grabs at his loincloth, pulling it up, reaching for his spear.
Can I try and
Oh my god, he was taking a shit.
My new action thing. Can I try and slit his throat before he makes any noise?
You can roll me an initiative check if it's going to be easy to access for you.
What does that mean?
Just make it like a normal attack.
Okay. Not a backstab though.
No,
if you get the initiative over him, yeah, you will probably end up with a backstab.
First roll initiative.
3.
Ooh, lucky.
Nice. Yeah, go.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, you win.
His armor class is 14, so you hit.
Yay.
By 1 point.
Yay.
Ooh, okay. That is enough to almost completely sever his throat. He staggers backward, claw over the throat, blood fountaining between his claws and out of his mouth. He's not dead.
Can I take a stabbing?
Do you have an offhand weapon handy? Which weapon is this with?
This is with George's
It's
dagger,
George's
but
dagger,
I also have an obsidian dagger. And Viper's Kiss, which is another dagger.
Okay.
I have about 5 daggers, man. Come on.
You can grab Viper's Kiss with an offhand attack at -4. Go ahead.
Okie dokie.
Just roll it normally and we'll...
Doesn't George's dagger also have poison?
No, that's Viper's Kiss. Okay, that's good.
There you go. Okay,
that's
hit.
good.
Yes.
That's fine.
And give me damage with the Viper's Kiss.
10.
And that's enough. He had 4 hit points left. You literally stab him right in the gut as he staggers back with blood fountaining, and Viper's Kiss comes out with your offhand.
You did not see me.
Indeed.
Did I see this happening from my vantage point?
No one saw nothing. Shut up.
You absolutely saw that happening.
I definitely did not just kill a guy taking a shit. No,
I make my way silently towards her and make sure that we take away the body. that it doesn't get discovered.
Can we like bury it in the sand like a dog with a dookie?
Okay. Wow. Okay. I need another hide in shadows for the removing of the dookie, the body.
The thing is it sounds like he was already taking a poop, so he probably already buried,
they already
dug a
have
little
There
bit.
is a pre-trench.
It's a
Yes, there
latrine
is.
hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can just. Can I help with that too? Just like helping cover it up.
Hide in
Absolutely.
shadows.
You never
that's all.
bury a man where he shits. Everyone knows.
He's not
that.
a man.
Oh,
He
He's
shouldn't
not a
have
man.
shit where he died then.
Okay. Gith don't get that luxury, and I rolled the special number, so.
You did. Oh. Ugh.
I was one off the special number. Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave that to your imaginations as you deal the Gith one final indignity and burying him.
I have this
Doug,
image of this Gith being stuffed down this very small hole with his legs
not
all
the
sticking
image
up
I have.
and just being squished in and like some kind of weird bouquet of limbs sticking out, being pushed down.
Sure, Arnout.
Bouquet of limbs. Wow.
Darjay,
Yes.
you're henceforth safe to move on, and there you go hiding again. Wow, you
Sorry.
guys are just like, are you
Wow.
wearing clown shoes? What the fuck? Success. Jesus Christ.
It's unbelievable.
But Zuxis is far enough back, right, that it doesn't matter?
I don't know.
That's a natural 100. I'm kind of at 0-0. I am honor bound to do something with
is
that.
going this way, and he's going to number 8.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, number 8. So, Darjay, you scuttle off into the darkness and vanish into the shadows that surround the large supply tent. Suxis and Siora, you successfully dispose of the Gith, and it's literally as you're heading back up over the dune to your companions when 3 other Gith come and stumble into you, coming in from the other direction, probably one of the patrols returning back. Suxis quite literally stepped on top of the dune and is outlined against the sky.
No, I tripped over my clown shoe.
You tripped over your clown.
Yeah.
The Gith there are like,
Imaginary, unseen dead turtle.
And I fell on my nose, and my nose got, like that.
fucking hell, guys. Stealth. I said stealth.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's like we're the
Me and Dice,
ninja
I'm really
team. We're so
100.
ninja. We're so stealthy. Bonk, bonk.
Just
They brought a
fucking
gong
worst.
with them.
Why did he bring the gong?
Hey, shush!
I don't know. I never do that.
It just appeared in my hand.
Oh, God. Okay. So I'm gonna cough a lung up while you guys roll for initiative, please.
Oh God. We had one job.
One job. Fuck me.
Clearly.
There's only 3 of them. You can. I'm sure you can get rid of them without it going tits up. Open character sheet. Where are you? Okay.
I'm
Give
almost
initiative.
embarrassed. I'm just lying in the sand going, really? What is
Yeah, you guys.
happening?
The rest of you can
Hey.
all see this.
Hey, I nailed it, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I even got the
Darjay
special
also nailed it.
number.
Look, I get the maximum kind of stealth, and I still manage to roll 100. This is just my dice luck,
That's very
It's
special.
me. It's something special, yeah.
Darjay, you've rolled
You've,
initiative there, even though you're not involved. Okay, that's fine. I
Oh,
love
sorry.
your, I love your
I
enthusiasm. No,
just
that's
general
fine.
action. My bad.
That's totally fine. We'll
Just in case.
No, it's narratively interesting. We'll loop you into what's
Because I'm
going
still
on.
there.
But
Anyway.
here you are, Senex. What are you doing?
Have they actually spotted him yet? Or
Oh yeah. They spotted her. Absolutely. She's like silhouetted against the sky as she thought, I'll just snip over the dune. At this point, fuck.
Kinetic blast, is that noisy?
It's in the name.
Yeah, but it's kinetic.
You want to borrow my clown shoes, dude?
I think that'd be worse than ringing a gong. I mean, that we like wake up the whole camp.
Yeah.
He's bringing the fireworks with the gong, yeah.
Earth-shattering kaboom.
Yeah.
This power brings into being a ball of kinetic force that detonates as a specified location, the resulting explosion. So,
okay, that gives it away. Okay, I'm just going to manifest the power. There we go. That's me done.
that's all. Just manifest. Okay, right. Siora.
Alright, So this gith by us is dead, correct?
Those are that token there represents the 3 gith who stumbled onto the 2 of you as you head back toward your companions.
Okay, so even I'm hidden. Am I still seen?
Hasn't seen you. Has only seen Suxis as she nimbly hops over the top of the dune and outlines herself like E.T. against the moon.
All right, I misunderstood and thought that was the dead one. Can I swap my backstab to my glass eternal? It's the same initiative count of 3. Okay. I'm gonna try and backstab with the glass eternal. They're small medium, correct?
Yeah, they are.
That is 32 damage.
Holy fucking shit. Yeah, you literally rise up out of the sands and the shadows and shank the guy right into his descendants.
Sweet. And you say there's 3 of them. How many attacks do I get with the glass eternal? I think I get 3?
1. You get 1.
No. Dang.
Euphemism?
Just the 1?
Did you
Yeah,
roll
you're
to
not a
hit?
fighter.
Because I'm not seeing it on there. I'm seeing the damage.
Oh, there's no hit roll there. I've just
Oh, whoops, my
awarded
bad. I don't have a
you a kill there.
backstab to hit for the... Oh, no, there it is.
Nice.
27.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, you kill the absolute shit out of him. He gargles softly and collapses on the sand.
Nice.
Killing
We'd
me
love to see it.
softly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, is there a way for me to hide back in shadows? Is there something I can hide behind?
You would have to move away over the top of the dune to get out of sight to make a hide roll, but yes, you can. So just move yourself like a square away just to represent that you've done that. Each square on here is 60 feet. They're big areas. Nicely done. Okay, yeah, you drift out of sight, skid over the top of the dune, and the other 2 guys are like looking around trying to see where the hell this shape that just came out and murdered their companion has gone to. Moments later, Darjay, over your shoulders, you can see one of the gith collapse on the top of the dune. You arrive at the side of the tent. As I said before, it's a large supply tent. Let me just get you a bit more detail here. Just lifting the corner, you see steel weapons in well-maintained racks. Food, large amount. I mean, what passes for food for gith? Barrels that must contain water. These kind of basket-like things that have stones that are giving off heat and light. Dozens of them. And you realize it's the same hue that you've been seeing on the ridges of the dunes. Those aren't watchfires at all. There's some kind of magical item the gith are using to light their campfires. There's also animal hides and a variety of other implements and stores.
I've never seen anything like that before.
No. The metal weapons, some of them are ornamental and some look quite elaborate, but all look as if they've come from the hands of a master craftsman.
Okay, interesting.
And many of them have that fairly fine sheen to them that suggests a recently forged blade. Many of them lack the heavy wear that you would have come to associate on the edge of a sword that's been sharpened and resharpened many times. You know to look out for these things now that Scath has pointed it out to you.
Okay, interesting. Is there anyone in the tent currently?
Yeah, there are 4 gith that look as if they are busy preparing what will be the evening meal.
Nice.
Do you want to take any actions?
I want to get over to that table.
Okay, that's fine. We can assume you can do that with your hide and shadows roll already.
Okay.
Anything else you want to actually do while you're in there?
How realistic is it that I sneak poison into the meal that they're cooking right in front of them as they're cooking it?
With a good roll, that's entirely possible. Don't forget, though, that their meal is going to be for dozens of people, and so to lethally poison them all, you'll need dozens of doses, right?
Uh-huh.
But you can put lethal poison in where it will have a lesser effect. It'll make them feel sick, or they might lose the equivalent of strength or constitution scores.
But if I spend...
but to poison 250 people properly requires 250 doses of poison.
Sure.
But yes, you can make them. You could certainly make them ill.
Interesting.
So, what are you going to do? Observe or act?
I'm going to hold my action.
Does it also have to be an ingested poison?
Okay, Gith Raiders, who are on the hilltop here. One of them strikes directly at the only person you can see, which is Zuxis. Where are we here? Zuxis, stab at you. And that's going to hit a mighty armor class. 15. Zuxis, what are you right now?
That hits.
Does it? Oh, okay, good. Right.
For this mission, she was not wearing armor.
Oh, too bad.
Yep.
Okay, Zuxis, he stabs at you with a steel-tipped spear, dealing you 6 points of damage.
Ow.
Yeah. Okay, and his companion, who I am going to represent with the token, we can assume that you're in melee with one, his companion bunches his legs immediately and lands down at the bottom of the hill there, and you can see turns and breaks into a squat-legged run straight toward tent number 6. You think he probably has seconds before he raises the alarm. Success, you're next.
I immediately follow him with my crossbow and twang him with a poisonous bolt.
Okay, shoot. He's armor class 14.
Where are you? Weapons to hit. There we go. Please hit.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna reroll.
Oh no!
I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna put a 20 in. I'm rerolling. Jesus, what is it with me, the rolling? Is this better?
That's a miss by 2 points.
I'm gonna reroll again.
Sorry, Dia's getting excited by that.
One more time. Come on, please.
The roll 20 is rolling these dice so slowly for me. Is that a natural 1?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
One of mine.
Are you sure I'm not being jinxed here, guys?
That's astounding. That's really astounding.
I'm telling you.
Did you break any mirrors recently?
I don't know.
Oh, just.
Were you rude about dice or something? I mean...
No, never.
You just hit him.
I have too much respect
there we
for
go, on the nose with a 14. Right, okay. And it's a... Any penalties to a saving throw?
Yeah. -6.
-6. Watch him roll a natural 20. Suck it, Gith. Well, that saving throw has gone into the ether. Oh, there it comes.
Roll a 2.
He rolled a -4. Oh man, he is poisoned so bad. Yeah, he squawks, stumbles, and is dead on the sand a moment later. Well done, well done. Okay.
Saved by the crossbow bolt.
Yes.
Oh, we didn't have a choice, really.
This is the worst infiltration I have ever seen.
We are pros, right?
Yeah, okay. So
Like,
there's one Gith remaining, but it does matter what's happening to him. So can I have an initiative roll, please, to see if he can actually get the fuck away and rouse all other 240.
Am I? Well, I mean, I have a held action. Am I?
Sorry, Darjay, you have a held action, yes.
I'd be able to make it to where I can take him out, right?
Jimmy, you want to kind of pop your head out and take a shot at him or something?
Yeah.
Yep, go on then.
Thank you. And I'm hidden, so
Go
it
ahead,
would
so this
count
counts
as
as a backstab. Yes, it
Yep.
does. Oh, yes. Okay,
Yes,
so short bow him from down below.
Wang. Jesus.
Oh, nice. That's enough. You only had 24 hit points, and you kill him outright with an arrow from the darkness. Down he
Excellent.
goes.
And,
Yes. And a brief moment of potential discovery
I failed that one.
is nicely removed. Silence and the
I am at the end of this encounter just going to comedian myself because I
Yes.
failed my other hide and shadows.
Okay.
Shall I take care of the two that are here on the hill, and you take care of the one who jumped away?
And yeah, I will gladly do
Just
that.
a couple of hide and shadows rolls, guys, which you can't possibly fail this again. Not
I
three
don't
in a
know.
row.
There's been
surely.
no, it has already been 3 in a row because Darjay just failed.
I
Don't
don't
have
know.
to,
I'm very, very scared, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Sura, you managed to conceal your body well enough. And Sux is likewise.
I'm going to just pop out of my little hiding spot just enough to cast a silence 15-foot radius on Siora.
Okay. Good.
It'll last for 20 rounds. So.
Okay, nice.
I'm going to be asking you a question if something happens in a while, Mart. So, in regards to how many rounds have passed, is going to be my question. Okay.
Since when? Since now?
Since when I cast static, my spell, my power.
So far, 2.
Okay.
I'll start tracking. Okay. Darjay, again, your point lizard here. So you're crouched in the tent. You've literally kind of popped your head out. Oh, what the hell? Fuck! You shot the gith off the top of the dune, and seeing your companions drag the bodies out of sight, you duck back into the tent. The gith continue with preparing what looks to be dried inix meat. As yet have not seen you.
Yeah, I simply don't actually have enough poisons for that to really matter at this point. I am going... Seeing that the gith that I had just stopped from alerting the rest of the gith was headed towards Tent 6, I am going to see what
that
Tent 6
was.
is about.
Yeah.
Maybe poison a bigwig.
You never know. And I make my hide in shadows with the nice number this time.
Wow, you guys are really on that tonight. Okay, so on the banner over this tent is displayed, and you recall Thicket's description of it, a large, terrible eye. From inside the tent, you can see a faint glow. Creeping up to a crack, you see a gith, and this must be an ancient gith. There's what looks to be straggles of hair coming from the back of his reptilian skull, beaded in knots clinking down the side of his ears. Teeth are yellowed and misshapen and gapped. And he's squatting over a glowing stone. You think obsidian, the actual thing is made of, but within there are moving images, and peering into it. And from inside the jewel, you can see this much from just the edge of the tent. There are other gith. They appear to be sitting and talking and having a council of some kind, and he's observing them through the obsidian, listening carefully to the tiny little words that filter up from inside the stone.
Okay.
Yeah. You note, and you're having to pick your way between them. There are campfires in the area around this tent. On the map, every square is 60 feet. There's a good 80 to 100 gith camped out just around here, and you can see similarities perhaps now in their dress and the way they hang their beads and the way their pouches are adorned, or the way their loincloths sit. Tribal markings, kinship. That eye symbol is the sign of their tribe.
Okay.
But their leader, if their leader he is alone within the tent, hunched over his seeing stone, if that is indeed what it is. Looking at other gith.
What a creeper.
While Darjay is doing this, anything from the Dune squad?
Just a thanks to Grim for a D6 that got gifted to Senex.
Nice.
Have we got a hype training coming?
Oh,
That's
wow.
awesome. I just want to shoot the one that was trying to flee.
He's dead.
Everybody's
he's dead already?
They're all dead. Yeah, they're all dead. Yeah.
Sweet.
You're actually burying the one that's trying to flee.
Darjay pinged him. Just
Done now.
It's like, wait, I'm doing what? Burying a body.
I'm burying the other two.
Imagine waking up to consciousness and that's what you're doing. Shit.
Scathis,
Who am
I believe
I?
we should loop Scathis
Why
in
am I
briefly
here?
for a very brief, awkward scene where Scathis is busy. You're probably getting rid of some of the last shavings of a piece of wood, and Liaz is like sitting on the pile of wood next to you, like. So, been a good few months on the road then with your your companions, huh? Yeah.
Very good.
Anyway, and we cut back to the dunes.
Yep. Yep. No, he just grunts. Yeah. That's it.
Yes.
Darjay, any further actions for you?
Well, I would very much like to get a look into every tent, just eventually to see what they're all. Because we've had an aerial view,
Okay.
we've had a
Okay.
sort of.
Okay,
I want to
give
really-
me. Let me 1, 2. Give me 3 more hide in shadows rolls, please.
all in one.
Just one after the other.
Really?
The fact
Are
that
you
you see your failures
sure
in
about
advance
that?
will be dramatically amusing.
No, it's fine. Oh my god.
Look,
That's
you
a
can't-
fail by 1 point.
Okay.
You can have my D6. Jesus Christ, that went
Yeah?
quick.
Okay.
Well done, Grim.
Thank you, Grim. Thank you.
Next.
Okay. So that one counts, yes.
Yeah,
This one also counts.
good.
And that one also
Oh my
counts!
God.
Lovely, okay.
Yay. Thank you, Grim.
Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
What?
Literally 1 point.
I know.
Dajay would like to see you do better. Oh wait, you can't.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm literally just shocked at these numbers.
What numbers?
So, Darjay, you are forced to stick very close to the shadows, and it's a close call a couple of times. Made worse by the arrival of fresh reinforcements, another 50 gith, and you count them from all 3 tribes come marching in, and they're coming again in the sort of route shown by that red arrow.
Mm-hmm.
As pointed out, yes, the cart corral at area number 3 is just that. Wherever the gith came from, they've seen action, and judging from some of the damage you're seeing to some of the carts, you suspect these are indeed looted.
Right.
Many of them, although they're mostly empty, many of them have hide stretched over them to protect their contents. Supplies, primarily weapons. And yeah, they've set up a Kank stables next to it. Tent number 5, an elaborate banner emblazoned with a 3-fingered gith hand. You can hear whispers coming from within through the thick hide, and in here you see some of the gith are having their voices very low, croaking to each other so as not to be heard, and engaged in very low conversation. It looks like one of the senior gith conferring with a pair of his advisors. You're not sure what they're saying, of course, because you don't speak gith. But you do realize that this is the same scene that you saw in the seeing stone of the leader of
Oh
the
my
tribe.
god, what the fuck is going on here?
The tribe of the eye. So he's clearly spying on the
He's
on the
spying.
tribe on the leader of the tribe of
alright.
the hand, who's having a discussion with a couple of his
Oh
companions.
my god, if I spoke Gith, I'd be starting so much drama.
Yeah, there's a
right
whole
now.
bunch of shit here you could learn from that. Yeah.
Okay.
The third command tent is tent 7 there, and it's the largest of the 3.
Mhm.
Dominates the camp, and it's the banner with a strange rune upon it. That black circle with a starburst
With
on
the
the yellow
star,
background.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll call that the tribe of the rune. Now, from within here, there's a really foul odor, and you approach with trepidation. Thick black smoke creeping from under the flaps. It makes you want to cough and wheeze. And inside a hulking gith, I mean, he's enormous, squats over a brazier and is inhaling its thick smoke, and eyes roll back at his head as he indulges in whatever visions are brought by the smoke.
Okay.
Okay, so and that's more or less as you have it.
Cool. Yeah.
I'll allow you to return to your companions with those rolls there,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
and you can brief them on what you've seen. Unless you wish to murder any of these individuals by stabbing them, poisoning
I've
them,
been
and
thinking
backstabbing them
about
while they...
it.
I mean, I don't wish to take that away from you.
I was
by
thinking
my
about it.
premature railroady...
I know. I hate it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think actually in this moment, he would just go back to the group. This was purely reconnaissance, and that's what he's done.
Okay, I admire restraint, and before long you are
Thank
back on
you.
the far side
It
of the
took
dunes.
a lot, because oh my god, the guy who just huffed, I could have killed him. The guy, the cooks, could have killed them. Done a Walter Frey, you know.
Okay, Darjay, bloodless and unhurt, returns to you on the far side of the dunes.
Dodger has seen the inside of every tent. These
good
gith,
enough.
they have fresh steel weapons. They have fresh supplies they are stealing from the other caravans to obtain. And they are also 3 different tribes.
And he will describe to you the 3 different emblems that he saw. And sort of trying to make clear how to differentiate them for everyone else in the future. You know, from what he's observed of them.
Dodger also suspects that even though these gith may be allied, their leaders are suspicious of each other.
I thought you were going to poison them.
Well,
Dodger
reconnaissance
does not have
first.
enough poison for that anyway.
How much time would it require to make enough poison?
Like at least over a week, right?
So you guys can make how many different types of poisons do you know each?
Let me see.
8 or 9 each by now?
No, but if we are talking about making a paying for making a poison,
I know 1, 2.
because we won't be able to make enough
I know
poison.
9.
So 9 and then another 4. So 13.
That's
10.
13 each a day.
13 a day. And
There's you said there were like at least
so
300.
if both you two work together, you could probably make enough poison in about 10 days.
But they wouldn't last, would they?
That's the
No, they
thing.
wouldn't.
My poisons last 3 days, but that's
Yeah,
it.
they wouldn't last.
Yeah, mine don't. But then you can make poison that lasts if you pay for it, right?
No, this 72 hours is as good as it gets.
Okay. I thought that if you actually pay for it instead of the free poisons,
No.
that would last.
No,
As smart of an idea as I think this is, poisoning their supply line, I don't think it's feasible.
No.
Maybe just
Yeah.
the leaders then. Who out of both of you has the most powerful of the poisons?
Probably me. I don't know though what Carl has rolled.
Well,
I don't know.
it's exactly down to rolls.
Yeah.
You all have access to death poisons.
Yeah.
And the question is, have any of you managed to get it to like a -4 or
Yeah,
-6?
I was trying not
death
to
poisons?
I was trying not to meta game that I know Carl's got a -6 poison.
I mean, I have a yeah.
But maybe we should use the
I have
most
2 good
powerful.
poisons, yeah.
Maybe we should use the most powerful poisons against their leaders.
There's two things that we should consider. There's poisons that have a good bonus against a save, but if we are metagaming in that respect, we have a DM with 2 d20s who can re-roll them. So
And he likes to save them for things like this.
Exactly. I also have a -4 save poison.
well,
that
that's
is
the
death,
but
you
actually
know?
then we should also consider getting a poison that actually does a lot of damage as well if they make the save, because you've got
Yeah.
those
I
poisons
have
as well.
One of those
I
death
have
or
one
20s.
that does. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I have one that does
You're right
30 damage.
Yeah, see, that's good. Yeah. So we can actually make a concoction. We can actually make an attack, 2 different attacks with 2 different poisons. He has to make 2 saving throws.
So the
Are we
guy
saying
in
here
tent
also-
6 is alone, correct?
He was alone, yes. The guy who was inhaling fumes was also alone. And the others were isolated with hushed voices.
So that was 3 of them in there, wasn't there? A leader and
You
2
Yes.
just heard him in the back.
Yeah, that was them yapping.
They were yapping.
Yeah. No, my only question about this is, are we sure it's going to
This is
make a
just one
difference
camp.
taking out the figureheads of these tribes, so to speak? Because we
It will.
already know that they're not getting their orders from these people.
It will at least buy us time.
Yeah.
It will be in principle it will be actually minimum effort, because if we do it properly, we won't have to face them. We do it from stealth. They don't see it coming. What do you think?
I think it's 100% doable. Yes, I'm just wondering. You know, we have thankfully we have Scathers to help with a lot of the reinforcement of the actual temple itself. When we get, if and when we get to the eventual point of a confrontation like that, I am just wondering. Taking out their leaders is for sure going to land a blow against them, but I don't know how much these guys are really the head of the snake that we want to be cutting off, you know.
Well, they're the head of this snake, but I don't know whether there is this whole snake nest. I have no idea.
This is what I mean.
No.
You know,
Well,
we've singled these people out for reasons, and I think we have like we've got a pretty good guess that these guys potentially are high society figureheads within the gith camps, but we don't know that for sure.
No, but
we don't know their power structure.
Let me put a different. If we don't do anything with these guys now, what is the alternative? What's going to happen? They're going to march this army now tomorrow because it's ready. They're going to march it on our stronghold. If we kill their bosses now, they will be in disarray. So that's the alternative. If we don't do anything right now, what do we stand to gain for not doing anything right now? That's what my point is.
No, and I agree. I do agree. I think we should do this.
Okay.
So
but I agree. We don't know whether that actually will be the end of it. I doubt it.
That's what I mean. Like it's. No. I don't think it's. It's definitely something that's going to stall, give us time. I actually don't think. In the long run of this gith problem, it's our first very small step here. You know.
Right.
So logistically,
we're
gonna the session is gonna wrap in about 15-20 minutes.
Okay, so
if you can kill all 3 gith in 15 minutes.
Oh, brother! Really Start awesome. The clock. Let's go! Right. Okay, so we're still like on the boundaries of this camp, right?
Yeah, you guys have come back here and are having your little conflab over there. Yeah, exactly.
Mosey my way back on in then.
Okay.
And I will start with this tent where I last saw the guy looking into the Palantir.
Yeah,
Palantir.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna solo this. Okay, cool.
No, I'm gonna slowly drift down, obviously as a shadow. Let's get a bit closer, just to make sure if this first thing fucks up.
Just be careful of those patrols because we've already been 3 times.
I'm a shadow.
We're going together, right, RJ? We're going together, right?
Yes, if you want to come with me, come with me.
Yeah, because we're going to do a double attack, so we make sure we get him.
We can also create a distraction.
No.
I am murdering someone now. Okay, you guys do whatever you want. I'm in murder mode.
Yeah, good. I'll join in the murder mode.
Good.
Murder hobo.
Don't you forget it.
And where is this gentleman's stats? I have a feel that I'll need these.
I will get ready with a power as well.
A power?
A mighty power.
Whoa.
Mightiest of powers. And I'm gonna. Obviously, I'm a shadow currently, so I can't be seen.
You are, yes.
And I'm just gonna be watching at the door. I'm gonna obviously be standing in, but I don't think anyone can see me unless you guys have got sense life.
No. Okay, cool.
And I'm just gonna be readying a power.
And Suxis is down there as well with Darjay?
Yeah, I'm underneath Darjay actually.
That's nice. And Sior and Thicket, you guys are kind of holding position on the.
Yeah, I'm back up in case shit hits the fan.
Yeah, and Sior, you're kind of laid on the dune, keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, I want to be ready with my bow so that I
Overwatch.
can snipe. But yeah, I don't want to be seen.
No, okay, right. No initiative needed just yet. We're going to assume a surprise attack from Darjay. So so the Gith is squatted in his tent, nicely in position, observing the others.
Is he giggling to himself?
Yeah, every now and then he's like,
fucking idiots.
and you may take a nice free.
I'm really happy about this one.
He's offended you morally, has he?
With my crossbow, I'm ready to shoot the moment she hits.
Okay, and the Viper's Kiss is going to be giving him, let me just double check what it is. Desert Masterial Extract!
Ouch.
So that's, even if he does save, it's 30 hit points.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Sucker.
I need to have a look at him then.
So that's 56 damage straight away.
56 right away.
Right away.
Well, he had 40.
Oh, he's dead then.
Okay, dead.
Don't even need to
He's
roll.
dead. He's dead.
I don't shoot then.
Obviously, I'm getting ready if he screams out in any pain.
Yeah, no, he just collapses, and the image in the ball goes, just turns to a beautiful sphere of polished obsidian.
Steals the ball.
Yeah, pocket the
I just
ball.
want to look at it.
I want to see the ball.
Fool of a talk.
Fool of a Darjay.
Okay.
We briefly pat him down, and then move on.
Okay, next tent, Smoker's tent, let's go.
Okay, over there. Okay, so from the ridge then, Siora, you see Darjay just like a shadow rush from one tent to the next, realizing that it must have gone extremely smoothly.
Success follows.
And
I repeat.
Is anybody cleaning up the body?
Or you won't be able to see me, but like I can't really tell him to come down and grab the body.
There's not really any point. He hasn't seen me anyway. All he knows is he just died. It just happened to him.
He got better.
Try with the rune then. You slip into that tent. Yeah, you can see he's finished huffing, and he's kind of deep in what must be some kind of silent meditation. And you can see a shimmering of psychic energy swarming around his head as he's engaged in some kind of silent activity.
And then he feels a
Have I
dagger.
got any idea what it is?
Into his brain.
So the poison for this one
The point.
is Kivit Musk, which is a -2 to save, and even if he does, it's if he saves, it's 10 points damage.
Have I got any idea what Cynic is doing?
I'm again backing up with my crossbow.
No, I do, in case he's contacting someone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to hit, please, for this.
I did.
Armor class 22. Yeah, he's armor class 16, and there's 22 damage from that, is there?
Yes, and then you have to save.
Well, it's
Just a second,
32
please.
damage. Minimum.
Just a second, please. And save at -2, you said?
Yep.
Poison save. That's -2. That's a pass.
Okay, that's still 10 points of damage.
Okay, twang.
So 10 points, and then another
32.
22, so 32 he's taken so far. Okay, and then you shoot.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Ching twang.
Looks good.
Ooh, nice shot.
Nice hit.
Save -2.
Poison -2. Second ball hits him.
Oh!
Whoops.
Oh, that sucks.
I am burning a D20
no.
for that.
No!
It is a suction cup. It sucks.
It's not the only thing that sucks about this adventure.
It sucks, as it
Can we
counts.
roll? Can
There we go,
we
that's a pass.
force you to re-roll with one of our
He gets,
re-rolls?
Yes, if I can do that to you.
Oh,
Okay. Wait. We're not done yet. Because he gets 20 points of damage from the poison.
Yep.
And he gets. Let me briefly
that's
roll for
52?
that.
He's taken 52 so far.
Where am
He's
I?
not dead yet.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Okay, that's not yet updated. Give me a sec. I need to roll it in the thing.
420 hit points.
Am
not
I able to
400.
do the same offhand with the Jord's dagger thing again?
Yeah, you are. But let me see what Carl's got coming from here.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, come on.
While he's doing that, Mark, what was he doing with sight?
You weren't in the
Cyclops
tent, so you
was?
couldn't see.
No, I'm at the door, looking in.
Where's your token?
I haven't moved over there. It was Kyle.
Okay.
But, like, we're both.
All right. Well,
I
just
did say I
move
was going over there.
Move you need to move your little man.
Yeah.
Move the little man on the map.
Move
It's
little
not
man.
proper D&D. You don't move the man on the map.
I'm talking to
Another 11, so I do 31 damage on top of that.
Another 11 on top of that, so he's taken 63 so far. Okay. Yeah. So the two poisoned bolts hit him. The venom floods into his veins, and you have an offhand attack coming.
Yes. And because I used the Viper's Kiss to deliver the poisons the first time, with Jord's dagger now, I'm going to use the Mysterial extract again. But this is my dose for the day of it.
Dose for the day. Yeah,
Yes.
got it.
Sorry, backstab or offhand? I just did backstab, but
It's
I can do
offhand, but
offhand,
that even without the backstab bonus, that's a hit.
okay. All right then, we'll just keep that, and then I'll just do normal. Does he count as a large or no?
No.
Okay, gotcha. So it's 6, but then he also has to save.
Okay, so he's on 69 damage. So far. Save at how much? Just a regular or just a regular save? Any penalty?
No, it just seems to me that it's a. Yeah, normal.
Okay. And he passes.
Okay, 30 hit points.
30.
Yeah.
99 damage.
He collapses to one knee and glares up at you
thing.
with one bloodshot eye as the venom begins to reach crescendo point within his system. This guy had 100 hit points. He has
Wow.
1 hit point remaining.
Okay, can I use a bite?
Oh my god!
This
Yeah,
this
yes,
this is
you
I
can.
all
never get to use a bite anymore.
minus no penalty with a bite, actually. No penalty with a bite.
Yes. 23.
Whoa! Yeah, okay, that's it. You only had 1 hit point left. You lunge forward
And
and
I rolled 1 damage!
And before he can utter a sound, he is felled by venom, blade, and bite alike.
Oh, just like
Jesus
that scene in Jurassic
Christ.
Park. Hell yeah.
I can't believe you guys just did 100 hit points worth of
Fucking
damage.
hell, that was crazy.
Yeah, right.
That was just crazy.
Let's go. We're gonna share a silent high five on the way out,
Yeah,
I
well,
think.
um,
No high five. We don't even look.
detect magic in the place.
You're saying to cast spells?
I can do it quietly.
No.
Okay, never mind. I look around, see anything that we should take along here.
Okay, so Darjay, you're heading off, and Zuxis, you're staying behind to search.
Yes.
I can do it at will,
If
though. As a,
Darjay's running off, I'm running after Darjay because.
Okay.
For fuck's sake.
So it's attempt number 5 then, is that weaving your way through the heart of the camp?
Yes.
Okay.
I will follow.
Here is the tent with the 3 gith deep in conversation with each other. How do you intend to tackle this particular situation?
There's one leader, right?
There what appears to be a leader talking to 2 of his subordinates, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
take him out.
Okay, go for it.
Take him out!
Get all
Okay.
stabby.
The old stabberoo with the Viper's Kiss.
Stabby McStabberson.
I have my crossbow ready with.
Is that a hit?
That's a hit, yes.
Brilliant.
Excuse me, and he needs a saving throw.
And this is once again, this is going to be Silk Serpent Venom.
Any penalty?
No.
1 million. Oh, he
Bolt
failed.
strikes out of the darkness, hits him,
Oh,
and he
okay.
fails.
He dies. He dies. It's death.
I've got 1 more d20, I'm going to use it.
Oh.
You son of a bitch.
Wow. For my mum, you said that.
Way!
He is slain. The poison claims his life. He collapses forward over the table. His two companions look in shock at the crossbow bolt sticking out the back of his neck.
The other one gets one as well. One of them.
Okay.
Twang.
Yeah, twang.
Twangs.
Is that a hit?
I don't know.
Where are we?
16.
AC 16.
That's a hit. Okay, 7 against poison from him.
Yeah.
A 3.
He dies. There's one remaining.
I'm out of actions.
How many
I
rounds?
will hide in shadows.
Can I use offhand?
This is round number 5, Lee.
Yeah, I'm hiding in shadows now.
You have an offhand attack. Yes, you do.
Murder hobo wet dream here.
Yeah, really. 27.
That's a hit.
Jord.
Thanks, Jord. I don't even know who you are.
Jord.
I don't even know who you are.
He was a Vowed Alliance guy.
Yeah,
He's a
whatever.
Vowed Alliance guy, yeah. So that's enough to do damage to him as the blade poison?
Yes. Yeah, small worm slime. -4
that's
to save.
Don't laugh, not yet. It's too early to
No.
laugh.
It is. I can laugh.
Fat lady hasn't sung.
Oh,
Yes! Oh my god! And a slash from George's blade. Poison claims the third gift's life. Silence reigns
Unreal.
over every single one of the command tents.
Wow.
poison mastery, bitches.
All that
That is-
remains is for you to sneak your way back out of the tents and rejoin your companions on the dune.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm just like looking out on the.
We collect the heads of these guys.
Yes.
And
like
all the
looking out on the
magical
dune.
items.
Yeah, whatever we can find. Yeah.
I
And I'm just
scratched my
like-
temple.
Carry on, Panda.
Sorry, Gada.
And I'm just like, this is just internal thinking, like, this is going far too well. Like, I'm not hearing anything, I'm not seeing anything. And there's like a moment, it's like, did something go wrong? And then I see them just coming out, like, yay, with the flute and stuff. And I'm like, okay, great, let's go.
Bundle of heads.
Right? Like, good.
I can just
Good to
picture Jay running with his severed head.
Yeah.
Thicket, you have sat quietly on the sand the entire
We
time.
go and collect the heads of the other leaders as well, right?
Yes. I'm assuming you're taking the heads with you.
Any items and stuff.
Yeah, or whatever we can find. Yeah.
So we should
Quickly,
question them.
Back to the
And
beacon.
quietly out of the camp. And that's where we will leave you. Until we pick you up at next session, either back there or returning back to Tempug's Temple, where Scathis still remains, enduring one more uncomfortable silence after another in the company of Liaza, at least until Holtet Finn and Arazo come and pull him away to do some perhaps serious drinking to catch up on the times they've spent apart.
You have to imagine if this is a TV show, the after credits scene for this episode is just another really awkward silence.
Yeah, someone
the
else says
ending
something
card.
to Scathis, and once again just gets as a response.
And there's a cricket somewhere.
Nice one. Good. Thank you guys for playing so much. Apologies for my hacking and coughing. That's what it means to live in a swamp, I suppose. We will see you again, I think, one more time before we take a break for the Christmas seasons. So next session should see us locked in some kind of mass battle with a slightly decapitated Gith force. That'll be entertaining to see how much you have swung the tides of favor in your direction. Thank you for playing, thank you for watching, and for your kind donations. And we'll see you again for Dark Sun next Dark Sunday. See you then.